shall deceive. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sound of arms, fierce morality. Nightfall, the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Shield wall. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
All right, welcome everyone to Valhalla Esports Season 4, Week 9. We finally made it. Sorry, we're having a few technical difficulties today, but here we are. I got Malco and Montblanc with us, casting tonight. Take it away, gentlemen.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Once again, we are here for Season 4, Week 9 of Valhalla Esports. Stoner Nation versus HYG. I'm joined on the casting desk today by Montblanc. How you doing today, my friend?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Doing good, and it's great on this Sunday night here. All different time zones for everybody currently, but it is going to be looking like a pretty exciting game here as we do have what I believe to be a pretty polarizing match as the placements are a little bit different between the two teams, but we're hoping to maybe get some upsets, some playoff contentions to potentially also be messed up all over the place. As we have the two teams of Stoner Nation versus HYG, as mentioned before. Roll call of the two teams. Stoner Nation is going to be top lane Spoobert, Jungle, Boomstick, mid, Boosted, Sandwich, ADC, Duck, Butter, Toast, and support CLG, Worthy Dust, with HYG having top lane being Perfy, Jungle being TJ, mid being Bonkers, ADC being Jeffrey Crazy, and support being Marbra. I just didn't call out the whole HYG tag because they're all the HYG boys right here. Our very own resident boy band. And with that said, real quick, because I think we can talk about the two teams while we're in the draft. Have the teams already started the draft, Blitz?
They have, but we have the animated, so you can go ahead and do what you gotta do. This will help eat up the
Perfect.
3-minute delay.
That's very true. All right, so based upon these two teams, real quick, Montblanc, I would like to get a little bit of a tidbit from you on what you're kind of expecting from tonight's matchup, as you've been kind of just relayed some of the extra information about both these teams.
I think Bonkers will have a good time mid. I think he has a bit of a salary advantage there. I think Perfy and Swoober will be a lot closer than people think. I think Jungle will be a push. I think they're pretty evenly matched for the most part. I think TJ has a lot more experience jungling in general, so I'd probably give him the edge. And bot lane's gonna be bot lane. um, I don't think the salary difference is enough on either side for to really super sway the matchup. And Marbra has been playing really, really well. And same for Jeffrey Crazy. So I think I give the HYG boys the edge in that bottom lane, regardless of the salary. So we'll see. I do know the predictions were like 80-20 for HYG this week. Obviously they have the better record, but it's still kind of crazy. 80-20 is a heavy favorite for sure.
That's def- that is definitely a heavy favorite. It's kind of expecting. So most people are probably expecting this game to go 2-0 in the side of HYG. Especially this is probably, I believe, the strongest season HYG has had in Valhalla currently, sitting at such a high placement. And the team has definitely learned from a lot of their previous mistakes to become such a strong team at this point. Um, my own tidbit for them is that this is an early game team. They really like to get the gas going from the jump. So it's to be expected. If HYG is able to get their foot on the gas and keep it up, it's going to be very, very hard for Stoners Nation to be able to make something happen against them. But I do like the fact that you pointed out that even though we do see the disparity in placement and record between these two teams, there are still some potential even matchups that could happen up in between the two different lanes. And again, that it might really come down to that jungle presence, but you do have to watch out for TJ, who likes to be everywhere on the map.
Yeah, he just finds his way to get in your lane. He always figures out a way, especially with the rec side. He's got a lot of angles he can come in from.
All right. With that said, I think we're ready to go on into the draft screen here. The players should be we should be ready for the animated draft, and we do see here Stoner Nation is going to be opting into blue side, HYG on red. And to see their first beginning ban is going to be Stoner Nation banning out the Braum. The Lux to be chosen by HYG immediately following. We do see the Ash ban from Stoner's Nation. Do not want to give that to Jeffrey Crazy and allow him to be not just only a pretty decent damage ADC, but a pretty supportive one as well. We do see the Gragas now being banned out from HYG on HYG side, away from Stoner's Nation. The Jin being the final ban of phase 1 for Stoner's Nation. And I believe HYG's final ban is going to be the Zac, getting rid of one of those green champions that we so love here in Valhalla to round out the phase 1 of bans. And we're going to see the first pick of the game is going to be an immediate first pick, Caitlyn, for the side of Stoner's Nation.
And the Kalen lock-in is really sus. Obviously on current patch, just in general, the 80 carries kind of got a big facelift this patch with the 25% crit items. But Caitlyn is a tough one because you really want to stomp lane with Caitlyn.
And something to kind of counter that person who wants to stomp you is honestly, it's going to be really hard. Like in the 1v1, I feel like it'd be hard to duel against this HYG picking up the Misfortune as their pick for the ADC, which I like to see that they just immediately went for their AD because they know they can.
Man,
And this is going to be a good flex, I think, support or mid, but they pick up the brand for HYG.
I think Brand Jungle is also very good on this patch with the new Blackfire Torch. It's pretty good. So I think it could be a potential three-way flex here.
I actually really like that. I like seeing when teams are able to flex around things. And right there, we see the Skarner now picked up from the side of HYG, or not HYG, from the side of Stoner's Nation. And I actually think the Skarner. I just recently played a little ARAM with Skarner, and it was really, really funny to see like that's like the like drag that he can do now. I love it so much more. Like he can really position other people away from their allies. So it's actually pretty interesting to see how Skarner's going to be able to do that if he can make it into different pathways and be able to gank from different areas. And the Thresh being the bot lane roundout for Stoner's Nation there in the support role.
I don't love Thresh Skarner into Brand just because they kind of champions that like to hold hands and play defensive a lot, and Rylai's is very good against them. So it is kind of scary as long as HYG is able to get like a front line that can stand in front of the brand and let him cast.
And we do see Nocturne being picked up here as the jungle pick for HYG. Not really a surprise. I feel like that's one that TJ really likes to be on. And again, level 6, just being able to turn off vision for the enemy team is absolutely insane. And we're just going to go ahead and go right into phase 2 of these bans. We see that first is going to be HYG banning out Malzahar, Aurelion Sol being banned out by Stoner's Nation. Final ban for HYG is going to be the Vigard, really pinching in at those mid lane picks. And then Stoner's Nation is going to be taking away one more support as they end up taking away the Nautilus, making sure that the flex is also pinched a little bit for the side of HYG. Nasus then being the pickup for the side of HYG here and locked in immediately after that ban of the Nautilus.
Yeah. Blind Nasus is bold, very bold. We'll see. We'll see if Perfect gets punished for this, but maybe he's cooking up something with the new patch. I'm sure of it.
And real quick, KB Jelly, thank you so much for the Prime sub there. Guarantee yourself 30 days of love here with Valhalla Esports is coming your way as soon as this game gets started. With Stoner's Nation now picking up the Ahri, a very nice mid. I feel like a very consistent and a very nice mid lane pick. If you don't really have much else to really look into, at least you know for a fact that she's pretty easy to play.
But yeah, it is looking like it's Brand mid could still be support. But I mean, Brand is pretty good in this game in general. Aside from, you really don't want him to lane 1v1 into Ahri. I think he'll have a rough time against the Charm, so probably want to throw him support this game and just rush Rylai's. But yeah, let me see the Annie pick. Really good pick into Ahri. Very, very known bonkers champion. Just a very good matchup.
So from the way that this is looking, I like to just be able to call this out in the roles that they look like they're going to be. So it looks like we're gonna be seeing for Stoner's Nation, it's Darius top, Skarner jungle, mid, Ahri ADC, Caitlyn support, Thresh. For the side of HYG, it is going to be top Nasus, jungle, Nocturne, mid lane, Annie, ADC, MF, and a Brand support. So like based upon these two teams, we do have predictions up, and right now the predictions are heavily swaying into HYG side versus Stoner Nation, where there's unfortunately no votes there. What are you guys thinking? Just to kind of based upon the two different compositions that you're looking like, who we seeing for winners potentially?
I think it's really important for Brand to get his Rylai's, and I think Stoner's Nation's team will have a really hard time playing because they just have 3 melee uh, into Brand Rylai's, and if they get Brand Rylai's, they get hit by the MFR. There's just a lot of like bad things that can happen to them. Um, it is kind of down to Spoobert's got to find the flank angle. I think that's the way they win the fight. Is they need a good Spoobert TV to like win a fight because I don't think Caitlyn's gonna be putting out enough damage to win the front to back. So it is really tough here. This Nocturne's kind of misplaced. I'm not. I mean, you can solo dive back, but if anybody tries to kill you, I think that it's going to be a rough game for Nocturne. But I mean, you can always just find the person alone. So
I like seeing that
we'll
little bit of
see.
Stoner's Nation faith here, real quick, as they just got some votes in for them. I do agree with you that the Caitlyn might not be able to put enough damage out there, especially against something like MF, where she's more casting. So in the team fight realm, when you got you really MF already, this is not looking like, at least to me, it's not looking like a whole lot of fun for the side of Stoner Nation, just based on that that bot side wombo combo that they have. But I do really like how I think the overall sustainable fight is gonna win from Stoner Nation. Like they have the ability to sustain a fight significantly more. Where it's like for HYG, they're gonna need to make sure that they drop everything and it kills at least the most important targets. Because if it doesn't, the Darius, the Skarner, and potentially the Thresh could literally just come out as just these giant tanks and potentially just murk the rest of your squishies. Because they don't really have any real tanks either on the side of HYG.
Yeah, I mean they have Nasus, but I assume he's going to be going some kind of Triforce build. Um, I
So a
just
little
think
bit more damage out of him than
yeah,
Tank.
I would assume so, at least in the early game. I think if HYG's team gets to like 2 or 3 items, I think Stoner Nation is gonna have a hard time. But them being so tanky in the early game might be a little rough. Oh, our stream is dead.
Oh,
They can probably still see us. Hear it?
nah, they can see everything else, but
Okay.
there we go. Getting right into the game.
Apologies. I haven't done this for a minute, so I don't know how things go.
Oh,
Hmm.
And here we are, boys and everybody. We are right into the game. Stoner Nation on blue, HYG on red. This is season 4, week 9 of Valhalla Esports. The league has been ever so much growing, has been doing a lot better as of late. Wait a second. Are we paused? Oh yeah, you gotta.
We're paused.
Yeah, I
The
paused
thing's
here.
moving. So
The
Okay, I was.
the settings were changed, and now the stream capture is not working.
It's a classic.
I love that. I see that there. Just bear with us, guys, for a quick moment, as we try to get the stream up and running for you guys.
Also, notably, the Darius is probably going to have a lot harder time because Ghost did get nerfed from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. So you have to be a lot more cognizant when you actually use the Ghost, and so you actually need the movement speed. You can't just rely on it lasting forever.
I actually kind of feel bad for the fact that like this is.
While we're having technical difficulties, though, we can go ahead and shout out Malco, Deity, and KB Jelly. Thank you for helping our league out and subscribing to our channel. 30 Days of Love are coming your way.
And don't forget, everybody else, you can also claim your 30 Days of Love here with Valhalla Esports by utilizing your Prime subs, or if you do have the ability to do so, go ahead and utilize a regular sub, or even gift a sub to somebody who might not be able to do so. It just goes ahead and gives so much more to the league and be able to help us in supporting us. And as we saw,
I'm kind of curious. How do I receive my love? Do I like get it in the mail? How does it work?
it's guaranteed shout outs from the casters, and we might have to figure out a little something. You got your badges, you got your emotes. I personally don't know how else the love gets distributed other than, if you personally, you know what? Maybe Hailstrom will take a shot for every single time someone subs. How about that? I'm just gonna offer his liver up, not mine.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried about his health if that's the case.
Here to ruin the betting odds. Hey, we got Halfling. Welcome to the chat, Halfling. Is it
Hello, Halfling. These are good odds, man. Anybody who bets on Stone Ray should imagine the payout.
No, exactly. Like,
I love Malka. You're saying that the odds are swaying heavily in HYG's favor. There's 3 people.
I want more people to start betting up their points in chat. Like,
there's just not that many people here. Man.
I know not that many, but like sometimes we'll have like a
There.
good amount of people in the chat,
Yeah,
and
people
it's
are
just
filthy.
like it'll be like 5 people will have put up bets, and it's like 27 people in the chat. It's like, come on, guys, put up the numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
All right,
That wallet.
we got something
Okay, we're in there.
band-aided together for right now. Apologies, everyone, but
we're in there.
let's go ahead and start rock and rolling.
Time to go band for band.
Band for band. Okay.
We gotta go band for band with these bets, guys. Come on, find your rival, find your betting rival, your gambling rival, and bet up these points.
Yeah, that's all right. I betrayed Panda yesterday. I'll shout him out in the cast because I bet on BLG instead of T1. He was mad at me. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I really do like the fact that HYG is just setting up a 4-man right here in this bot bush. I'm actually very curious if they're going to continue on, because Duck Butter Toast is the only, like, is a standard 5-point for the side of Stoner Nation. So they decided they want to press forward, and Caitlyn's not paying attention. She might get ganged up on here.
Yeah, and Nasus is also kind of in a sussy position on the top side of the map. He's alone versus 2, so. But HYG did the sus also. They love trying to catch people running into ward or like late ward because everyone wants to see where the jungler starts, as it turns out. So going in for a late ward is really powerful.
Yep, and here we go. Perfy's all alone, so these two are actually in a good position to go ahead and try to catch him out. Boomstick and Spoobert still chasing him down. No sum's going to be used by Spoobert to try to catch him, and instead just going to push Perfy right out. So they know that he's there, but the Skarner going to end up taking the red side red buff instead away from TJ. Gets himself a little bit more ahead, taking something away from him there.
It looks like it's going to be a little vertical jungling. TJ's just going to immediately invade, and it looks like Boomstick is going to clear his TJ's top side. So we'll see. The interesting thing here is if you clear the entire side, because it does level up the camps for the Nocturne or the Skarner vice versa. So it's interesting trade off. It's only really worth it if you get them a second time, I think, because leaving them at level 1 can be pretty powerful and just finding that lane pressure.
Smart on the Ahri to go ahead. Boosted was dropping wards in there. I really like the fact that they have 3 different wards right now in the blue side for Stoner Nation on the red side jungle, because they need to make sure they have as much information as possible. As long as you're able to keep tabs on TJ, it's very hard for them to just come in from behind on that bot lane. Who's they're trying to bully a little bit. But here's CLG Worthy Dust and Duck Butter Toast immediately capitalizing right onto TJ, who was caught out in the back right there. First blood gonna be going over to the ignite of CLG Worthy Dust, catching TJ in that invade. Good job from the side of Stoner Nation.
Yeah, that was those level 1 wards just paying off, paying dividends. They saw TJ run down or walk down the wards, and TJ didn't respect it, and he gets punished on the Krugs.
Information is key, but now we got all this damage being dropped, flash being used right away from Duck Butter Toast. We almost would have been caught there if full combination was able to come out from the brand plus MF combo. That would have been kind of bad for that bot lane there.
Yeah, Brand still has Ignite here, so this is a pretty scary situation for them. And Skarner is obviously light years away, so looks like they're just gonna sit down here and suffer for a little while.
We'd like to see Marlboro maybe just conserve his mana just a little bit more. I feel like they do still have the better 2v2 at the current moment for the side of HYG, but it's really nice to see how they managed to just turn around, catch TJ out in that bot side. And right now, we just see from here, it's just gonna hopefully it pays off for them. But we do still see a little bit of gold, just only 600 about ahead for the side of Stoner Nation. So nothing too surmountable that's gonna mean really anything at this moment.
We'll see if Perfy goes into the Emax.
Oh, Ignite drop,
maybe a
full
lethal here.
combination. Gonna be trying to get him, but no, the shield from the lantern able to stop that extra burn damage, or the extra damage that would have came out, potentially could have gotten the kill on Thresh. But MF and Brand not really focusing on the same target.
Yeah, both of them had flash and could have autoed there, but just not wanting to invest the flash, which I can respect.
It might come in handy a little bit later, but we do see that both Thresh and Caitlyn were able to back there. So maybe they can get a plate here in that bot side, but Skarner is nope, he doesn't end up going to them. Instead, he just backs off after they get the plate. Spoobert now fighting off against him, but taking a lot of turret shots with the Wither on top of him. So that was pretty interesting. Perfy actually holding his own here for the most part, about 10 CS down, but aside from that, still doing pretty okay.
He's chilling, and I think I'm not sure because we haven't clicked on him, but a lot of Nasus in this matchup. This matchup isn't that bad if Nasus does max E and just kind of like pushes the wave, but he's maxing Q. He's investing in the long term. Love to see it.
He feels pretty confident in his farming ability, and the way the way the wave management is, it seems that he's attempting to try to keep it as close to his turret as possible. So as long as he can keep doing that, I think it'll be in his favor later on in the game. As you said, he's going for the long run.
Yeah, if Darius doesn't kill him here, I think he's good. He's in a great spot. We just need to not die.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a while before TJ really can get up there. He's still level 4 to the level 5 of Boomstick, and Boomstick has much more gank ability here on the Skarner. So I think he needs to be very careful. But Skarner is actually top lane first.
Looks like they're going for this dive. I don't know if Spoober has enough mana to actually kill Perfy here.
Perfy now also hitting 6 though too, so I don't know if Boomstick wants to attempt to do.
Difficult kill.
Goes in, has to flash away from him, withers, and it's not gonna really do too much except for two turret shots hitting Boomstick. So they can't really go back in on this, especially knowing that Perfy does have the ulti ready.
That's gonna give the green light to TJ to go take this dragon. So they're gonna have to trade the grubs here. A lot of people would be fine trading grubs for dragon, but I think this is gonna be a very like team fight game. Or HYG
I'm
is
actually
gonna
very
force their
trying to
neutrals.
go over the wall, but nope. Instead, they catch out Worthy Dust, but now he's getting the autos dropped onto him. Red team now takes the dragon, but it's gonna end up being at the cost of the Void Grubs being traded off at the top side from the Skarner.
He just finished one. I mean, I think Nocturne's gonna get here to contest at least one or two of these. So,
Yep. So they're sitting at 2 right now.
okay.
Nope. Now he has all 3. Okay, there we go. But he's looks like TJ's still looking for him. Nope. Instead, they have Brand and Annie heading up this way. We're not seeing anything else. So close. That could have been potentially Jeffrey Crazy going down, but he still does have Flash and Ghost, so he would have possibly been pretty safe.
But yeah, this does relieve some pressure on the Nasus and gives Perfia back here, which is, I think, very favorable for the Nasus. Even being 20 CS down, I think we're in a decent spot.
All right, we have the first.
Stable.
I was about to say we have the first kind of like real trading going on in the mid lane, I feel, and that was pretty interesting. Annie doesn't do a whole lot right now, but then again, only has a lost chapter.
Yeah, she really needs a first item plus ignite to have some like early kill pressure, but that doesn't have that ignite. So
Ooh, that's a lot of damage being
Barbara
dropped.
smashing.
Brand now, not level 6, but still dropping a lot of damage. Worthy does 3, 2, 1, boom! He's gonna go down, sent to the gray screen. Worthy does being dropped. Brand getting that kill. Now going after the Caitlyn. Gonna be able to get the stun. Big damage. Jeffrey Crazy. They able to take out the bot lane in the 2v2. Nicely done by the side of HYG.
So great job by the HYG bot lane, realizing that they just got that back end. They're very strong. Just walk in the lane, take the
Oh,
fight.
Nocturne has the ult ready. He's gonna be able to turn the lights off. I guess we're just waiting to see if Nocturne's gonna do anything here. Spoobert now walking. He's looking. Yeah, he's trying to ward. He doesn't want to risk it.
Darius really loved these spots. He loves the 2v1s. Whatever you have to kill him with that burst damage, or it
I
can
wonder
get
why
really
Perfect
odd.
used his ult there when he wasn't in combat, but okay. But now he's actually trying to combat him there. Baited him in, and that's gonna be the engage. Oh, lights out, and that's now a gray screen for you too, Spoobert. Gonna be taking him out, but we do have Brand all alone, hooked, suppressed, stunned up against the wall. Actually, not suppressed, and instead he's still level 5. I thought he would have been level 6 by now. Could have at least combated with his ultimate, but no. And instead, it's gonna be Brand getting sent right back to his base, and I believe that was Skarner that ended up. No, not Skarner. That was actually Caitlyn that ended up getting that kill.
It's a really good trade back. Realizing that the flashes were down and can make a play. Spoobert not respecting the Nocturne 6 though, so really unfortunate. And then in the top side, but at least they were able to trade it back bot side, get their Caitlyn a kill. Let her keep scaling.
It's still pretty interesting though because I don't think they really still win in the 2v2 though, and that's something I think I've come to notice. Alrighty, that's very quickly could have turned into something crazy, but nope. Instead is Bonkers doesn't have. I mean, Booster doesn't have ult, so he wasn't actually going to be able to really do anything. Never mind. That's unfortunate. It could have been a potential kill down the Annie.
It's kind of odd that I think Marbra's going for a mana item, so this means this is no Leandries, no Rylai's in the first item for Brand. So,
ooh,
probably going to be a Malignance here, I guess, and we'll see if he's able to get that value, and chucking them ultimates out.
I think that would actually work pretty well for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up going like Leandries, and then if he goes like something more of the supportive damage build, he'd probably get like a Cripploom. But that'll probably come like way later, like after the Rylai's, getting his like real utility stuff up that makes Brand so dangerous.
Ooh.
Oh no, TJ, no, walk away, buddy. You literally saw the silhouettes. There was 2 of them there. Now you don't get to walk away, and instead you get suppressed, dunked on. TJ getting killed by Spoober in that 2v1. That's so unfortunate between the two. Just unfortunate for the members, but now Perfy and Marbra chasing down Boomstick and Spoober, and then nope, never mind. Perfy decides not to go ahead and chase. But they did kill TJ, so now these Void Grubs are looking pretty close to just being able to go over this Boomstick. But we do have 3 members from the side of HYG now converting over. But we do have Boosted now trying to land some damage onto the MF, not landing too much. Misses the first 2 initial skill shots. One Void Grub goes over to TJ, but Boomstick gonna end up losing his life. The Perfy trying to go in and trying to help get more of the Void Grubs. Hook in, ult used by the Thrush, and it's not going to be enough. Flash out by Bonkers as TJ goes in with the ult, trying to go in on the Bonkers. Boosted Sandwich gets him on the back line and is still trying to ult and flash away. TJ gonna be able to take out Spoober off screen, but they're still chasing down Boosted. Gonna use the ult. Jeffrey Crazy with the bullet time, gonna be sending them right to the gray screen as Boosted goes down too. Overall fight winning going over to the side of HYG is they're gonna be able to also claim these grubs right after.
A big win for HYD there. That was a little taste of what it looks like when they just can't run at HYG.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Marbro. You did still have your flash. You don't have the ult, though. Boomstick gonna be able to slay him. That was so close, Jeffrey Crazy. You were a pixel away from being the next victim of the wife stealer.
He's gonna steal his wife, you think? That's kind of crazy.
That would be kind of crazy if he got him there and stole his wife.
Yeah, I didn't realize we're stealing wives out here.
Deity actually pointed out the new item, Dark Torch, is what's gonna end up being his first item. Which actually I've been hearing that's actually a really good first item build for these DOT type of supports, like to a degree, like Zyra, obviously Brand. I feel like there was one more that I'm trying to think of and I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Or just damagey, like really damagey AP supports, not necessarily DOT, but I haven't really gotten a chance to actually play that item yet, so I once I've played it, I'll let you guys know how it is. But from what it is, I guess Marbra feels that it's Mal's. Thank you, Swain and Mal's. But once
I don't know, Zoe support. I can't think of it, but
I
do
really
know
can't.
on Brand. You do really kind of want the mana item early. It does let you chuck out more harass, so that makes sense. That he'd be going for that. But I assume the Blackfire Torch also works the same way as with Landry's with Rylai's.
We got a little bit of a fight top side. There's 2-on-2. Jungler goes in from TJ, but we see so much suppression under the tower. But Spoobert losing so much health. Perfy. Even when he was behind before. Now he's showing up. 2-0-3 on the Nass is able to take that kill on the Spoobert.
Yeah, it's really smart by TJ to get the tether down. So even if Boomstick suppresses him in, the Spoobert still gets feared. So
holy crap! That Q damage with the what's it called? The demolish onto that tower just immediately obliterated it. Now they're able to actually get Stoner Nation off of this objective, and I believe this is going to be the now going over to the side of HYG. Boosted using the ult to try to go in. They do end up finding him, slowing him down, but they're not going to be able to get enough. Instead, Bonkers now getting caught by the Wife Stealer, going to get hooked in. And Duck Butter Toast going to be able to get the autos off to be able to kill him. Now fighting off Tibbers, fights him off successfully.
Bonker's wife stolen. Poor guy.
It's unfortunate, but there we go. The ult. Oh, that could have been it.
Not even close to being close, honestly.
If Boosted still had his ult there, that could have been it. That could have been the chase down. But
it's gonna be up pretty soon.
I think that's going to be an important target for them at this point. It's going to end up being that MF, especially once they start team fighting, because she does have the collector. So as long as, especially with like Brand plus MF, this is going to be really annoying in team fights because you got Skarner, Thresh, and Darius that all kind of want to be bunched up together. So that Thresh is so the bouncing of the ult and everything, plus all that AoE damage is the collector. It's just so many different factors that's just going to cause them to be able to win these team fights.
If you have to walk in a choke or walk at HYG for any reason, you're going to have a rough time.
Exactly.
Because there's going to be so much stuff on you. And you have so many things you have to play around. And then if you slightly misstep, the Nocturne ult's on your head. It's rough.
Feel bad for Spoober on this right now. Just can't really 1v1 against him, even dropping the ult on top of him. I don't think you needed the flash there, but Perfy had to go ahead and say, I'm just going to style on him, and manages to get the Q stack onto Darius, going 3-0-3. Nicely done from the side of HYG in that top laner.
I don't hate the flash, because securing the kill fast allows you to make sure you get the turret, and no one comes to help. Because you would have to chase the Darius around at that alcove for a while. I think.
That's
to
very
actually kill him.
true. TJ though caught out here. Oh, manages to
Damn.
get the hook onto him. Nicely done. But going right in, Jeffrey Crazy almost taken out there. Not gonna land any hooks. But the ult from the Nocturne was just enough to deter him. Goes in boosted, gets stunned by the anti-Q. Not gonna be anything else to be done. Everything is just being thwarted. They engage and it just gets thwarted by the side of HYG. Which is, I'm honestly not surprised to see that they're able to kind of like actually surprisingly peel off and mitigate a lot of these engages from the side of Stoner Nation. Oh, there we go. First Rift Herald charge. Not enough to get the
More
turret,
engage.
but that's going to be the turret destroyed.
Boomstick not able to kidnap anyone there. He was looking for it. Let's see if anybody else's wife gets stolen. I really like that we called that out. I feel like that's a really good thing. We should watch out for. Everybody, watch out for your wife.
Right. There's a thresh on the field every time. You got to just watch out for your wife getting stolen. Marbra, are you just? I think Marbra's just using himself as bait, trying to go right in. Nicely done. They try to catch Worthy Duck, but they're not bursting him down soon enough. Big suppression by Boomstick, gonna lead the Duck Butter Toast, be going on to a killing spree, and another kill, killing out Doctor, double kill for the Caitlyn, and they're still trying to fight, getting as much as they can, but Spoobert now able to take out Jeffrey Crazy out in the backline. This is a big losing fight for the side of HYG. No members down for the side of Stoner Nation. Shut down, another kill going right over to the Caitlyn. That is huge. Side of Stoner Nation able to turn that fight around, not losing a single member. 4 members down for the side of HYG and the Drake as their prize.
I think HYG a little unsure on the call there because damage was a little bit slow to come in on the Thresh, and the Thresh was able to proc his aftershock, so it kind of lived forever and then just didn't die. So great job by Worthy Death staying alive there.
Thought he had it with the I really thought he had it with the bait. Like Marbra was really trying to bait them there, and then all of a sudden, like Worthy just just to be able to sit there and absorb so much damage for that long was absolutely insane. The Locket came into play, everything just man, that was absolutely well done by Stoner Nation to go ahead and bring themselves back into this game. I still say watch out because they still do have a very big team fight factor on the side of HYG, but the fact that they were able to play that out so well, this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, what do you do when your damage starts to fall off and then they just have these meatballs that can just sit there and absorb so much? This is what I was worried about in the draft for the side of HYG, and that was one example of what happens there. So
I don't think that was like that bad. Obviously they chose a spot where they couldn't really kite back.
Exactly.
Because they kind of allowed themselves to get surrounded. So I think if that fight is played out in a way where they can kite back and aren't just like standing in a bush and getting surrounded, then I think it goes much better. But we'll see. The Caitlyn did get a lot of the kills in that fight. So Caitlyn does end up getting very large here, and especially like when Caitlyn gets to that 3 or 4 item range, I mean, the damage is gonna be there that they need. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Still another item or two away. We'll see if Duck Butter Toast is able to put the carry pants on.
I think HYG right now is just saying to themselves that we just need one good team fight. Hold on, we have a fight going on immediately, 2v2 between the jungler and the top laners. But that immediately rushed down of damage. The TP coming in, and it's gonna be the dunk on from Spoobert on the TJ. Boomstick or Booster Sandwich is now here trying to aid his apparent laners. But we do see the big bullet time coming out from the MF, not gonna be able to kill anybody. And you just got caught in the middle of the HYG going down as Duck Butter Toast goes on domination for himself. Don't die to the turret. Boosted nearly took out right there, but holy crap, now Stoner Nation turning up.
Well, it's tough. The HYG is just kind of hard engaging now, and they're having a rough time. Their comp doesn't really do that, so.
Okay, and they went right for the Baron. This is actually, I do like this play here for them. They don't seem to be doing it fast enough, but I don't think HYG even knows that they're doing it. So it doesn't matter how fast they do this. They can just take this right under their noses.
I think they know, but I just don't think there's anything they can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, it went down pretty slow. Like Marbra was able to make it over there after kind of like debate. It looked like he was debating whether or not he wanted to go to the Baron. So I mean maybe they could have V-lined to it, potentially maybe gotten some like straggle kills off of like the Baron debuff players. I don't know. Just it could have been potentially something, but I guess they didn't want to really end up risking another fight going in the way of Stoner Nation,
Yeah,
especially since
kinda,
now they are sitting at an actual gold lead about 4K up.
that's kind of what they've been doing. They've been kind of like trickling in and not like really fighting 5v5. So I think that's why they've been struggling the last couple fights.
K Ultimate doing so much damage. Okay, that was literally 33% of the MF's health right there from the 6-1-1 Caitlyn with the Collector and Infinity Edge. So this is looking pretty bleak right now for the side of HYG.
Yeah, this
If
I don't think it looks that bad. I
I
mean,
don't think it's
obviously
not. I don't think it's
they're
like.
4K behind. I mean,
I,
they still
actually, you're
have
right because there's.
their team fight's still pretty good, and this Nasus is going to win this side lane eventually.
Yeah, like this like Spoober is just trying to do what he can, but we do see goes in. Oh,
Agreed.
still able to win in the 1v1. Spoobert now on a rampage. The extra little bit of healing plus the Sterax was is that Sterax that I'm saying? Yeah, Sterax cage. That was definitely a big help.
Yeah, Perfect reading out a little bit there. Didn't really need to flash there. He could have just gotten the wave and taken the trade, but
Oh no, Boomstick catching out Marbra, going ahead and try to catch him. This is going to land all of it. Duck Butter Toast going godlike now as Jeffrey Crazy is attempting to run away from the Ari. Oh man, this is exactly the perfect situation that Stoner Nation wants to be in. Go ahead, try to Worthy Dust was like, you know what, I'm testing my thrush skills real quick. Just making sure I can land these hooks, even though you got the spell shield up. Just know I can land those on you. Like this. Oh, wait, never mind. I caster cursed him on landing a skill, and Flash Tibbers going in on Duck Butter Toast, trying to land something, not going to be able to get anything onto Duck Butter Toast, and instead Boomstick is going to be able to take out the Annie's life. So that is another kill going over to the side of Stoner Nation, as we do see Spoobert now trying to push these Baron buff minions into that tower against the Nasus, but Nasus actually doing a decent amount of damage to the Darius alongside the turret there. So this is it's very funny to see the Nasus can still win out here, but right now the absolute lead is going straight to Stoner Nation.
yeah, a lot of desperation plays coming out for HYG. I don't really understand, but they think the game's in a pretty bad state, I assume, if they're making flash plays like this and stuff. So
Like they're just looking for potentially anything that they can have
yeah,
happen. And
it's what I like to me in the business like to call the inting water slide, where like everyone is like trying to make a play to like catch back up into the game, but you just end up like dying one by one slowly over and over and over again. So everyone's trying to make a play, everyone's trying their best. It's just you need to focus up and start return to playing as a team. That's how you win in these spots, is finding the man up situations and getting those kills to try to get back in the game.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I really think that this it might end up being Boomstick that's gonna end up getting
What?
oh, I think it's gonna end up being Boomstick that's probably gonna end up getting that Skarner banned the next game. There's just no way. Oh,
Weird
let's-
stuff happening.
Yeah, I'm
on the
not
stream
sure
right
what's
now.
happening on the. I'm loving it here for us. Hold on.
Feels good, man.
K-pop Soul?
Trying to troubleshoot us not having audio, and
We exit the
Streamlabs
stream
decides
instead.
that it wants to show something else. There we go.
I
Something finally clicked back on from what our previous settings were. Sorry about that. And let's get back into the game.
Alrighty. Okay, so that was pretty you want to turn down the time controls there? But yeah, it looks pretty that was pretty interesting. Was not expecting that at all. Sorry about that, guys. Let's continue to go ahead and watch this game. So we do see Boomstick. Oh, bonkers, you're caught in the wrong place. You're going to go ahead and try to get a little bit of damage onto him. Lights out, jumping immediately onto Boomstick, but that is a 2v1 between a Nocturne and an Annie that's going onto the Skarner. He's going to go ahead and get the suppression landed onto him, but now it's trying to land onto the Squishy. Going ahead, chasing him down. Boomstick going on a killing spree is able to get the kill onto the Annie. TJ is going to be able to take the kill onto the Skarner, but now we have more damage being dropped. CLG Worthy Dust dropping it off. Boom! Gonna be able to get CLG Worthy Dust down. That's another kill going over to Jeffrey Crazy. Some extra kills that were needed to be found by the that were needed to be found by the side of HYG. Definitely well done. But we still see Stoner Nation very much in this game.
Fortunately, it wasn't any of the big shutdowns. That's really what we need to focus on getting is just trying to find the miracle kill on this Caitlyn, that kind of thing. And I think that's what Bonkers was going for. Just couldn't quite finish her.
I would definitely like to try to see them please try to get that on MF if they can. But MF now running away, flash over the wall, ghosted, tried to chase him down, lands the E on the wrong place, gonna be able to get dunked on. Spoober gonna be able to take that kill, now chasing him down, double kill, gonna be trying to chase down TJ, and instead turning around. Love that Soraka emote, that's my absolute favorite. And I definitely know that pain of everything's fine after not being able to chase him down any further. But that's 2 kills going over to this to Spoober.
See, here's the cope take here. It's not even that bad because Darius used both summoners. He gets 2 kills, sure, but his shutdown 200 gold higher, and they don't actually get anything. So
they just got it.
No
So now
neutrals.
Darius and Caitlyn are prime targets as they get ready to post for this Baron.
I guess they are going to get something. Unfortunate. Jeffrey Crazy and Marbra have spawned, but they do need to contest this Baron, or that's probably going to be the game.
Yeah, but Spoober is keeping Bonkers in that mid lane, not being able to chase him down. Jeffrey Crazy now going ahead and trying to help out. They managed to stun him down, but Spoober going ahead and saying no. I will not be silenced. I will not be brought to death. And instead, that's 3 members taken out by Spoober as a big shutdown goes over to TJ. But that's 3 members for the side of HYG now taken down by 1 on the side of Stoner Nation. And this is going to be looking like the potential push down, as it is some pretty long death timers, at least 20 seconds on the next nearest one. Another pull in. Nicely done to get wife stolen, Perfy. And now you're tick booming down. Duck Butter Toast going legendary 8-1-1 on this Caitlyn.
HYG looking wifeless.
Nice suppression, pulled in, trying to get more. Another kill to the Caitlyn with the collector and ace for the side of Stoner Nation.
But yeah, it's rough.
Oh, man, this the Thresh with the wife steal in this game has just been absolutely crazy.
He's collecting wives. He has many wives.
The man is a Mormon now, I guess.
Yeah. Didn't know Thresh was a polygamist, but now we know.
Yeah. Listen, he said he couldn't just stop at Senna. It wasn't enough.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, it is kind of unfortunately. I liked HYG's draft, but they didn't end up building the Rylai's, which I think would help them a lot against these melees. But they just don't have one on the Annie or the brand yet, so it is kind of rough.
And it's unfortunate too, just because of the fact that the brand is not getting as much gold as you would expect like a support brand to be able to get. Oh, wife stolen over the wall. TJ not able to get the spell shield, caught in between 4 members. Gonna get another one for Duck Butter Toast as he's still legendary 10-1-1. The TP in bullet time coming in, but not landing on any members at all with the Skarner just barely at the edge of it. Losing your jungler on the final Drake. This is gonna be the soul going over to Stoner Nation.
Dusty's turbo smurfing on the Thresh, but
caught another one out, but 2 members might actually get caught out. Finally, the K-ult lands. Bonkers gonna be able to take out the wife stealer, but the Darius is in the back, not caring about you stealing the wives and instead taking lives, as Bonkers has to now just run away. 4 members from the side of HYG just taken down. Look at this.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You already had members of Stoner Nation in your base, and now you guys take it to the face. This is a loss, unfortunately, for the side of HYG in this game 1, but that's at least gonna be saying that we at least get a 2-game series, if not a 3-game series. So this is gonna be one hell of one. Congratulations, Stoner Nation, taking that game 1.
Yeah, so well played by Stoner Nation to come back into that one and end up taking the victory. I do think it was a little odd. HYG just kind of like stopped playing as a team after when they got ahead, which is kind of weird. But
I want to say this, and this is just me. The reason why I'm saying we're possibly going to be getting a 3-game series is I think this particular game was just kind of like hey, we know we're up against Stoners Nation. We understand the placement difference. Let's just kind of play with whatever we want to play, And I think for that sake, it just ended up kind of getting to their heads. And so they just kind of, it almost felt like they were just kind of ego picking, Nocturne, Nasus, MF, all this kind of stuff. Like they thought they were just going to be able to bully and like brute force their way through. And it ultimately not ended up working, especially once they started to fall apart and how they were playing as a team. So I think for the sake of, for this literally just the sake of for the sake of HYG, just pick a more serious draft and just this time really play as the team that we know you guys can play as. But if anything, I think Stoner Nation just needs to stick to that type of composition. They played it very, very well. And like Zach being banned, now I understand why. Like giving Boomstick, it was Boomstick, giving Boomstick the ability to gank from all these weird angles. Like they weren't prepared for some of the ways that he was coming out of the walls and stuff like that, So I think they Boomstick very well done because you just managed to completely like change the scope of that game. So I'm not going to be surprised if they end up banning both Zach and Skarner in this next game.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Zach, Skarner, Darius. Probably going to be some form of bans in this game. Those were some very interesting
I
champs.
don't think HYG was not taking this game seriously. I think they were taking it seriously. I think they were just trying an idea they had. They had trying the new items, that kind of thing. I don't think they were like not taking them seriously.
No, I get that. I sometimes just like to think like that's kind of just like what they're just kind of a narrative to put out there. It could be one thing, but like you said, like they really could have just been taking it seriously as well, and it proves that like maybe Stoner Nation just turned up. So anybody who's voted for Stoner Nation, nicely done. You guys were that it's good to I love seeing the people who have the faith in the underdog teams. Like that's always so much fun to watch it. And like if these guys can listen, if these guys can turn up, they could turn up and potentially even, take these next two games. Or they take this next game and be able to just, give themselves a little bit of standing. I'm not sure if someone might be able to, whether in chat or here on the casting desk, 21K goes to what? Yo, Blitz, highway robbery from Blitz. Oh my god, 21K straight to Blitz. That's insanity. Nicely done for voting for Stoner Nation. Um,
He believed.
he believed. So I think if Stoner Nation wins this one, doesn't that cause like tiebreakers to actually have to happen? I'm not
I think
sure.
I believe when we were talking about it before, if Sinners Nation wins the match, they they are in for sure. I think in
Yep.
playoffs. I'm not sure about the placement. It just depends on a lot of the other games that go down today, but they are definitely in if they win the series.
All right, so I think they're just trying to guarantee themselves the potential for at least a rest of a playoff run or just in general a playoff run. So I think that they're gonna be playing to their top notch. Like they're
Yeah.
expecting themselves to play to their absolute best.
I mean, these games matter for HYG. Obviously, not as much, just because it's like seeding purposes, that kind of thing. So, winning here could potentially net them, depending on how the other 7-1 teams do. It could net them first seed, depending on other things. So, they should want to win in theory, but
Uh,
obviously not the most important game. They're already locked for playoffs, like super locked. So,
right, they're not worried about making it into playoffs, but they definitely don't want to cause any crazy stirs that might cause certain placements or cause certain matchups. They might want to try to get a certain matchup coming up in this next in these playoff rounds. So they definitely don't want to cause they don't want to cause themselves any type of trouble. So we do see that we are now into the draft here, and you guys do see on your screen HYG is on blue side this time around, Stoner Nation on red. We do see the first three bands picked out as on HYG side. It is going to be Darius, Lux, and Zach. For the side of Stoner Nation, they end up banning out the Ash, the Jin, and the Braum. HYG going with the Caitlyn pick for themselves this time, taking it away from Stoner Nation.
yeah. Maybe Caitlin's strong in this patch. Let me check. Uh, it does seem kind of odd, but maybe you just hit your critical mass sooner. Let's see.
And then we do see, well, while he is looking this up, we see the Jinx picked up. So we're going to have a little game of cat and mouse this time around. We're cops and robbers, whatever you guys want to call it. Stoner Nation being able to pick up once again that Skarner. I love seeing this pick right now. It is definitely a slow starter, but once it gets going, it seems like it is very, very difficult to play against, especially if someone's able to get those consistent 2-3-man suppressions, which we did see last game. Boomstick, honestly, you might potentially get an MVP just for that. Like you were doing very, very well on that jungle role, as we do see HYG picking up what I believe is either going to be the jungle or the support in the Rel. I'm not sure if Rel jungle is still a thing, but if it is, that is
gutted.
potentially a flex. It's gutted.
It's completely.
All right, so then never mind. We ain't got no flexing to happen here. Instead, HYG is going with the Rel support, and the Rek'Sai being picked up from HYG. Another one of those weird, angly, gankable like junglers that you just wouldn't expect to have happen. So that's actually going to be really nice to see. Both of these, we have two different junglers who can just be at all different types of places all over the map, and they can come up from weird angles. And the Malzahar being picked up by Stoner's Nation, you have been selected. Congratulations. So there's going to be, anytime that someone decides that they want to get too close, Malzahar is literally just going to pick one person to say, you do not get to play League of Legends today. So that is going to be, that's going to be very interesting to see how they manage to go against that on the side of HYG. And we now will be going right into the second phase of ban, as Stoner Nation decides to ban Nasus away from HYG. I guess Spoobert, that's the champion they don't want to go against with him. Melio being banned out from the side of HYG. Do not want to pair that up with a Jinx, which that's extremely strong for her. We're then seeing the Ahri now banned out from the side of Stoner's Nation, even though they were able to beat it last. I think, did they beat it last game? No, they played it last game because Boosted played it. So it was yeah, so it's just, they just want to make sure that they don't give that safety to them on the other side on HYG. So that's not being able to be given to Bonkers. And then Gragas now being banned out. So now we're officially on the last couple of picks. The second phase of picks. Stoner Nation now picking up the Janna for the support in the bot side. While we wait for HYG to make their pick. Aurelion Sol for that mid lane pick. I do like seeing that because that was banned in the last game. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if Bonkers can make something happen on this Aurelion Sol.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to pair Rek'Sai and Aurelion Sol. Just kind of two champs that want to do really different things, but Rumble, a nice lock-in, nice safe blend.
HYG's composition definitely looking a lot better this time around. I wonder how Stoner's Nation is going to answer to that Rumble pick. Now they kind of have free reign now, knowing where everything is kind of going. So Sion, another big meatball tank that can kind of just be everywhere. All right, I like it.
It's kind of rough. I think Starters Nation obviously has a lot more stable team comp in general. This Rek'Sai is gonna have to get busy in the early game, I think, for them to be able to come out with a victory on this one. But Acel, the great equalizer, none of the champs really do particularly well in Acel. So as long as Acel's not getting Sion Ultimate, as long as somebody takes the Sion Ultimate for the Acel, it's gonna be rough, I think. But if he is able to get like 2-3 item range.
So right now it's are you feeling a 2-game series or a 3-game series that we're about to get out of this? We got 19 people in the chat, so we should be seeing a little bit more in the predictions. It just went up. Just now went up. So
Okay.
we do see Stoner Nation already having a vote of 1K for themselves. So we already got some real believers in Stoner Nation. I would very much like to see how other people feel. I know personally for me, I always err on the side of whoever has a simpler comp. That's the one I always choose to win. It's a weird coin flippy type of thing to say, but like you literally have a 50-50 shot when you just think about it that way. And I do like the fact that you said that Stoner's Nation has the more stable composition. And honestly, what I do like the fact is that if they can peel and protect for this Jinx enough, it's actually going to be very, very difficult to go up against her. But we do see some very big support as the swing over into Stoner Nation's side, or into HYG side, as they pick up a big majority of the votes. from the voters here. So 93-7 split, as we have 2 voters for the side of Stoners Nation, and then we have 2 voters for the side of
That's
HYG.
37,000 points dropped down by TJ White Wolf. Very confident that his team is going to be successful this go around.
Yeah, that's right. Good old TJ, forever faithful. My guy.
My guy, faithful to his team. That's what you like to see. Faithful to the team. That's all you want.
That's so true. I mean, the singularity is very problematic for Stoners Nation. This is tough. This is
No, my odds are ruined.
like you're saying. I think Stoners Nation definitely has the more simple to execute comp for sure, but there are some problems on the other side for them. I think also. So
It is 8K versus 89, 91.3K in the side of HYG. Oh man, people
Bonkers
really
just
got
dropped
some
50.5k.
that's all right. I'm betting against them now because odds are too good. Unlucky.
odds are way too good right now. If you guys want to potentially like just drop a little something in there in the Stoner Nation pool, because truthfully, they just showed us that they can beat HYG.
Yeah.
They can do it. The team is not invulnerable, guys. This team can falter. So you guys gotta have that little bit of faith. Come on, drop a little bit more in your wallet. You might make a big payout. Too good. It's too enticing. It's too tasty.
I think there were a little bit too many Brom W's in the last game. We'll see. Let's see if HYG's able to put it back together.
But you know what? There wasn't enough of wife stealing. That's what there wasn't enough
Okay.
of.
There was more than enough wife stealing. I'll be honest.
Okay, I mean he was actually pretty good with those hooks. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But just really quickly, as a quick call out, we do see the 2 teams. HYG is on blue side, Stoner Nation on red side. We do have Perfy on Rumble, HYG TJ on rec side, HYG Bonkers on Aurelian Soul, HYG Jeffrey Crazy on Caitlyn, and HYG Marbra on Rel. And we do end up seeing Spoober on Scion. It is Boomstick on the Skarner, Boosted Sandwich on Malzahar. Wow, why am I blanking on the ADC for... Why do I always do that?
Duck Butter Toast or HYG Marbro?
Thank you. Duck butter toast on the Jinx and CLG Worthy Dust on the Janna. Why am wow, my brain just blanked. I literally was like, why do I feel like I know this, but I can't remember for the life of me. Alrighty, so we do have that, and with 2 minutes into the spectator delay, I do like seeing these odds. A little bit more was put into that bucket for the side of Stoner Nation. So we do see 15.9K in that bucket versus the 91.4K that is up for grabs right now from the side of HYG.
It's 7-1 odds, people. Come on.
You
If you have
such a...
points, throw them in the bucket.
You know what?
Oh my god, it is. Oh, we're about to flip flop.
1 to 6. It's all good.
Yeah.
I need
Really good odds.
I like that. I like them. I like those odds.
6-1 is pretty good payout for sure.
119,000 in the pool right now, guys.
But our viewer count has grown though. Look at us, we're doing it. I'm happy that everyone's here. You guys are awesome. Oh nope, it goes down immediately.
As soon as you say it, they just hate you. They're like, yeah, no, you can't point that thing out. No, we're gonna...
pointing it out. Sorry for reading. My bad.
Don't worry, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
It's the spectator delay. That's what it is.
Yeah, they'll jump back in the next 40 seconds. They're just looking at another Twitch stream. They're waiting.
Yeah, that is the classic.
Oh. I like how the spectator delay doesn't even go to like... It doesn't even go to the full... It doesn't even go to like the full game anymore. It doesn't even go to like the full 0-0-0 anymore. It just like 26 seconds left. It's like, all right, we're getting you guys in now.
Good enough.
Alrighty, so we do got a pretty interesting skin game. I think I'm just going to give it over to Stoner Nation just because they got the matching bot laners. Also, Lumberjack Scion, classic skin. So this is the one time I'm gonna be a little biased and have to say, like, come on, Stoner Nation, let's see what you guys can do here. We do see the side of HYG right now getting stacked up for a 5-man, able to go into that brush, forces the flash out of Duck Butter Toast. So,
That is one of these things about this Rel champion is whenever the Rel has her flash, you have to be terrified because even though Janna is a good matchup against the Rel, just obviously you can tornado the W. It's really easy interaction, really hard to not mess up. But anytime the Rel has her flash, she can Q flash on your head, and that doesn't exist anymore. So because you can stun into W and it always lands.
oh, see, that's fun. So they're gonna utilize. So let's see how HYG is able to utilize the mechanics here for their bot lane to see if they can make something happen. I guess Jeffrey Crazy wanted the Caitlyn there, take it away from Duck Butter Toast, who had a very good showing in that last game on it. So I think, but I'm very curious to see because, like you said, like Caitlyn hit, like it seemed like Caitlyn hit critical mass a lot sooner in that game, but that was also because the Caitlyn was able to get a lot of kills. So I wonder if Duck Butter Toast is going to be able to do the same thing that they did in the last game, but on the Jinx, which might actually be even more dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely more scary, but you're definitely a lot more reliant on getting that first kill, obviously, to snowball in a fight. So, but I mean, I don't know what the numbers are on League in general, but I would assume the team that gets first kill in League probably wins like over 90% of the time. So, it's not.
I kind of
It's all
agree with
about
that.
generating the first. It's all about generating the first kill. It's hard, the hard part.
Right now, we're just getting some very basic stuff going on the Rift, and the trading, some little auto attacks here and there, but nothing
Yeah,
really too crazy has happened early game on the map. We don't have like any, cross map jungling. We don't have any real like early game ganks. Even though both these champions can do some pretty early ones, I feel.
yeah. I mean, you have to keep an eye on the rail flash. The rail flash is the way people can die, and wherever TJ is going is probably where people can die. Think Stoners Nation are just playing to scale here. I think they will outscale for the most part, aside from the ASOL. They just have to be able to get the ASOL out of the fight, but
I think Boosted has a pretty good lane here against the Aurelion Soul, especially as Malzahar, able to fairly easily harass and possibly push him out of the lane. But Spoobert getting really chunked down here by Perfy on this Rumble. That was a lot of damage to be taken.
yeah, this Rumble champion in the 1 to 3 range is really obnoxious, really hard to lane against.
All right, they don't know that he's
Oh,
here, but
Boomstick
here
coming
he
in.
comes, looking for Jeffrey Crazy. Manages to get stunned up. Gonna have to flash. Can he do anything else? Gonna be trying to chase him down. Not gonna be able to get anything. At least you got the flash out, but now they go right back in on the Boomstick, going in on the Marber. Barber now being forced to flash, but Spoobert gonna be taken down. First blood going over to the Rumble, but now there's a continuation. Jinx trying to get some kills, but not gonna be able to do anything. And instead, Perfy gonna be claiming the only kill on the map in the very beginning of the game. That's nicely done by the side of HYG.
Man, nice job by HYV. Marlboro know exactly what his limits are there. Gets the engage on Boomstick, tries to turn it into a kill, but still ends up surviving in his own right.
Oh, hold
So,
on. He's still
oh,
here.
this is
He wants to
scary.
go in. He knows there's no
Oh
flash available.
no!
Immediately, the first kill going right over to Duck Butter Toast. And this could potentially be more of a turnaround. Malzahar is walking down. TJ now looking to run away. They saw the Malzahar on the wards. Nicely done to just back off in that fight. That's a nice return kill for the side of Stoner Nation.
Yeah, I see that. I see your vision there, Marbra. I saw TJ coming in, but unfortunately, we went a little early there.
Spoober doing what I think he's doing. Yup, we're getting one of these. We're getting a what's
It's
it
a
called?
death
Proxy
angle.
sign. Yup,
Yeah,
yup.
it's a death angle. It's a good death angle. All the
Proxy
deaths are good.
It's a Scion, so you can't really be mad about it. There's 3 people on this side, though. So they're immediately going in onto the Scion. There's now 4 up here just for this one Scion. This is actually kind of crazy. That's actually very well done, I feel, by Spoobert.
I mean, they're rotating for grubs, so
Yeah,
I think
but
this is the thing that was going to happen anyway.
I mean, boosted. You're up too far up, man. I mean, he has the one time to gate CCs, so that's actually gonna be pretty good for him.
He's chilling.
Yeah. Or to gate any kind of spell or whatever. So like, yeah, he was like, yeah, you're right. He was pretty okay. I mean, yeah, they're rotating for the grubs up there, but now we see Rel going all the way back down again. So it's just kind of like rotate up, rotate down.
Jeffrey was farming or whatever, and Acel ended up getting most of the wave. I think Acel was the only person that really missed anything there. I think so.
So maybe overall net positive. Yeah, it's the HYG actually is still up ahead too.
Still
So
a free kill. It's still a free kill on TJ. You know.
Yeah.
Sign does end up getting the waves, but it's probably fine. It's probably pretty even trade.
And we do see the rotation up to the Void Grubs. That's going to be TJ taking the first couple right here. Gold is sitting at about 400 deficit. Not anything too crazy or to worry about for the side of Stoner Nation, but they definitely aren't getting as much. Except they are taking the first Drake, so they're going to be doing exactly what they did in the first game, trading the objectives. This time on the opposing ends, though. Instead of Stoner's Nation getting it, it's getting the Void Grubs. Is going to be them. Flash now forced out by Boosted Sandwich, as 3 members were there to gank up on him after taking those Void Grubs. Nicely done by the side of HYG to force the Flash out of the mid laner.
Yeah, this is a solid 3v3 here, and Boosted's no fly. Boosted can't join this, so
they managed to get it. Boomstick trying to go in, gonna be taking a lot of damage, having to flash out. TJ though, gonna be getting there, taking a little bit more by the Rel. Rel now going in, trying to stun up on the Duck Butter Toast. Not gonna be able to get anything on him, and instead a lot of damage coming out from Duck Butter Toast. He's looking for the fight, but now the director camera decided to go right up to the top lane because we do have a fight between the 2 top laners. Spoobert now taking a lot of damage, might not be able to get it. Gonna be able to get a little bit more damage on the Perfy, but not gonna be able to slay him down. And now we do see the equalizer dropped, flash in, flash forced out by Spoobert. Spoobert not gonna end up losing his life there. Neither will Rumble. So both top laners now being both top laners flashless, not gonna be able to really do much else. At least both these teams though really trying to scrap out these fights.
Perfy hard greeting for the wave there. Understandable, but still scary. Does end up getting the crash though. Big. Okay, sign alt. Okay, we're sign alting for the wave. Okay.
Pretty okay. I guess he's like, not necessary. My TP will be up soon. They immediately engage right on the Duck Butter Toast. A lot of damage going on to Jeffrey. Crazy though, just from Janna alone, almost lands that. That could have been pretty big for the. That could have been a pretty big one for the Jinx to land that zap and be able to catch up to her. So that was pretty well done. She did end up using the ghost there too. So that's definitely a summoner down that you didn't want to have to use.
Booted turbo smurfing in the mid lane, up a whole wave on bonkers. Kind of wild.
Nicely done from Boosted. He's silently creeping up. We're gonna start seeing him get a lot of damage, and I do like seeing the fact that Spoober, even though he's down a couple kills, he is still able to keep the farm up too on against Perfy. So this is actually not too bad of a look for him. But that first strike damage is really coming out here. But Boomstick is now ready to go in on Perfy now, forcing Perfy out from back under his turret. Not gonna be able to fight any longer against him. We do have a little bit more going on now. Bot lane, Director Camera wants to just jump around everywhere else. Marbra being trying to go ahead and find this Janna, but we do have Perfy now. Once again, Boomstick is here. If he can just stay up, I don't think he can get away. No flash from him. Suppressed, pushed in. Now this is 2 people in between Perfy. Try to get a little bit of revenge. Gonna be dropping a lot of damage onto him. Perfy, you might want to just take this death, and you do. As Spoober is able to claim that kill onto the top laner now. Now we're completely even between these 2 teams.
That's big for the Scion to get some traction, get some plates. Can really convert this into a big lead. This is kind of the problem with this lane, is once the Scion gets some MR and can just like kind of stand there and take your damage, it's really hard for the Rumble, I think.
Rumble now, TP being used, not going to be probably there for the next big fight if they end up having one. But being under that turret, he's going to be able to claim that turret play, and he's just now pushing into him. Boomstick is here once again. Another tower dive could actually end up happening.
Perfect stack.
But Rek'Sai is also at the bot side trying to help Jeffrey Crazy out. But Jinx, you have no flash. You're not going to be able to get away from TJ. He's looking for you. You're marked up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Even though the Jaina ult was used, the Rek'Sai ultimate just gets you right on top of him. TJ not going to be able to slay out Duck Butter Toast and going to be able to knock up Worthy Dust. Worthy Dust getting slain by Jeffrey Crazy. But Perfy going to end up probably losing his life here. Yes, he does, as Boomstick is able to take that kill onto the enemy top laner and keep pushing more and more for this Scion. That's actually, like you said, that's going to be really annoying for the Rumble right now, is that, like, Jinx can just eventually itemize to get her stuff, but like for Rumble, he's gonna be trying to go up against this giant Scion. Hold on. That's the crashing ultimate, not gonna be able to land onto him. Flash being used by Bonkers, but we do see now, oh, yep, gonna have to just fly away. Nicely done, as he's now being, wait 1 second, hold on, Malzahar is here. He does have minions. He can actually, yep, go ahead, suppress him, takes 1 tower shot for free. Boomstick gonna be able to take that kill. We can actually see them potentially get this turret too, but goes in, diving onto him, and there's 3 members down here. Duck Butter Toast, Marble gonna be able to take that kill with the ignite, and now this is gonna be the turret going down over to the side of HYG. That's also gonna be the first tower too for them. So I think, yeah, Malzahar's not going to be able to get this before them. Yep, so first tower goes over to the bot side of HYG, but they do get a turret in return. Oh, if this crashes, oh, that was so close. That could have been big damage, a big knockup. Perfy now, he can't, yeah, he literally can't fight him. He just has to sit there and just try to run away. Jaina is slowly coming down. Perfy's going to be trying to get away. He does walk it out, but if he did get another knockup, that potentially could have been his life. He really can't fight this. He can't fight Spoobert here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be rough. He can farm some first strike gold off him, I guess.
That's about it. But like now it's a 3v2 in this mid lane as Jeffrey Crazy is starting to walk up. Jinx now dropping a lot of damage, trying to drop as much damage as possible. Actually, not a whole lot, but she's trying to drop more onto him. Only with boots and a pickaxe right now in comparison to the collector picked up first by the Caitlyn.
I do think we should be getting close-ish to the Sky's Descent for Bonkers, I think.
I want to see what this first team fight is going to look like with the first big ultimate. Boomstick looking still really good on this Skarner. So he just needs to be able to find the proper targets. If he can, able to start going in, turns right around. So, and I like seeing this Stoner Nation already here, ready and waiting for this fight, but they don't know that TJ is directly under them. Now they do. They do have the members shown out. Malzahar does see 4 of them, able to land a silence onto 1, which is the Rel. They're trying to subjugate some of that vision. Not going to be able to do so. Rel jumps in, gets the middle of them with the ultimate. Rumble now being able to drop his ultimate down. Sky's Descend. Not going to be able to come out, and instead it's just going to be more Blair coming out from the Aurelion Soul. Big fight on the Jeffrey Crazy as he's in the back of the line. Perfy able to take out Boomstick, but that's gonna be TJ going on a killing spree as he also takes out as he's able to take out CLG. Worthy Does. The fight is going in the side right now of HYG as they take out more members. Only one member as the Caitlyn is the one that is taken down. Duck Butter Toast now trying to land some damage onto Perfy. Perfy trying to run away, gonna be able to maybe get this kill. Yes, they will. Duck Butter Toast now getting 1 more kill for them. The Drake going to neither, as there are too many low health people on the side of HYG. If they were able to clean this up, that would be absolutely insane. But instead, they're going to be able to try to find something. Malzahar, you're getting a lot of damage dropped onto you. You now have the Rel on top. The gonna execute as he's able to get him, I believe. Was that execution from him when he dropped his breath? But that's going to be your life, though. Boomstick coming back, getting revenge from the for the Malzahar there as they're able to take out the enemy mid laner. This is a crazy game. Even though it's 1k gold up in the side of HYG, it feels so damn even.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the big thing that it's hard to see in that fight is Acel got a lot of dust off that fight.
Yes.
It went for so long and he ended up doing so much damage. That is like one of the, because he had 68. I saw Blitz. He had 68 before the fight.
Oh, Dolo happened in the bot lane. Sorry, I wasn't casting it for you guys. But we just see Spoobert just going ahead and solo killing the enemy top laner, Perfy. Like, it's literally what you said. He can't fight him anymore. Like, they need to send something else against this Scion because, truthfully, even if they're winning these team fights, eventually that Scion being that side lane pressure is going to make them start to fall apart.
I think Acel has to match the Scion. I think that's the answer. Because I don't think the Scion can lane against the Acel, though.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, like, but who really can lane against this Scion at any point now?
I'd say the Acel.
I mean,
under a turret, I don't think the Scion can do anything.
Okay. Oh, hold on. We do see TJ now going in the head and getting into a fight against the Scion. Scion, though, doing pretty decently, but I do see a lot of damage coming out from TJ, though. He's going to be able to get that ultimate onto him, but he's just baiting him because Boomstick's here. He's going to be able to grab him, going to be able to get the kill. No, he doesn't. And instead gets suppressed, knocks him up. Still a lot of shield damage coming out. Shut down. Big shutdown going over to Scion as he was able to take the kill, as he was able to take that kill there with the shield burst. Oh, Malzahar, you got two members here on top of you. HYG really wants this, and Perfy with the equalizer going to be able to take out Boosted Sandwich in that top lane.
Yeah, going back to the dragon fight, the Ace did end up getting like 50 dust just off that dragon fight alone. So, it does drop the Sky's Descent on that kill top lane, which is kind of a.
Oh, that's a big landing. They can actually put. But that was actually going to be able to nice disengage from Marbra there to be able to stop them from engaging onto Jeffrey Crazy. And instead, it forced also the Janna ult out too. So that was very nicely done by Marbra to help stop that from happening.
Didi says, "What are we cooking on Mal's?" I'm about to freak out, man. Didi, I don't know what we're cooking either, but
I just realized what that is. Yeah. Okay.
We're cooking up something. Something's being cooked. It might be overdone and burnt, but it's cooked. So
you gotta.
Or no. It's better than uncooked. You know what I mean?
My channel points are doomed. I love seeing people like sitting here like, no! Like it's and you know what? The reason why I feel like that's actually really scary for this side of HYG right now is this is not the position that you want to see yourself in. Where it comes to like. Again, I at one point the game seemed so far ahead, like HYG seemed like they were winning the fights, but again, the fight, but the game overall is still so very even. So it just.
This is the Acel, man. It's the quiet killer. He's just silently scaling. He's contributing and not being like useless, but he's also just like scaling into a monster that they'll not be able to beat. So.
Yeah, and I feel like they have the same factor right now for that's what they're going for Jinx. As we see the flash immediate engage onto Duck Butter Toast, gonna wait for it, trying to get away from HYG TJ. Might be able to actually get away. No, get smited down. HYG TJ gonna be able to slay Duck Butter Toast, but now we do still have a lot of damage being dropped off as Spoober and Boomstick are now here, trying to fight off on two different realms. The CULG Worthy Does trying to help keep his jungler alive, not gonna be able to do so, but now Spoober gonna be able to take out Jeffrey Crazy on that side, and now he's continuing to chase down Perfy. Gonna be able to slow him down? No. And instead is looking at Rel here. Rel getting jumped on, double kill, going over to the Scion, and now he sees TJ going over the wall, trying to get away from the Scion, utilizing those tunnels. Big, oh my god, that was so close. A little bit more, if she just had the IE first, could have actually killed Perfy. That would have been an insane kill there for oh my god, for Duck Butter Toast. That was so damn close.
Perfy ran the numbers. He always lives there. So
that I think right now I feel like Doug Bartos is sitting there saying like, I wonder if I had the IE first, what would have really happened? But now they're able to actually return that turret and swing the gold lead finally in their favor at only about 300. Now we actually finally get to see if this Acel is able to actually match up against Spoobert here. Bonker is going ahead doing a lot of damage though, but Spoobert is also chunking down his life. They're both sitting at about 1000 HP, getting the shield down, gonna go ahead and crack a lot of damage onto him, and is that gonna be enough? Flashed out, shut down. I think if it wasn't a 1v2, I don't know if Bonkers actually might have been able to win that without Marbra actually coming up there. That could have been
He completely tossed his second breath in the garbage can, so because he's pointing the wrong way. So, I think he wins that if he plays 5% better, you know. But it's all good.
A little extra.
Yeah.
But this Spoobert being down, he does have the TP ready. So this Drake being up, if they can stall for the next 5 seconds, Spoobert should be able to get down here fairly easily. Marbra is also on the way from base. But we do see knock up on TJ. Boomstick looking to try to go in onto Jeffrey Crazy. He's trying to find the right target, but they don't know if they can. He's going to be able to do so. Gets the suppression, lands onto him. Rel using the ultimate, knocked up. Big equalizer landing on the members, but that's also the suppression used by Malzahar. Spoobert now going to be able to take out HYG. Marbra getting HYG off of the team members, but killing spree for TJ as he's able to land damage onto 2 members, 3 members possibly, as we do see those Spoobert and Boomstick now being the 2 members that is desperately needed for HYG, for the side side of SN right now as they continue to chase down onto TJ. He takes out 2 members in the backline on his own, but these 2 tanky members is just too much for him to be able to deal with. He gets rid of the squishies, but now he's being chased down by the big meatheads. So what do you do as TJ right now?
I do love the directed camera. I think we're gonna get the Jana here too.
Oh yeah, he's actually gonna be able to get the
He's
Jana
out.
Oh, but look at that! Immediately stunned. That's gonna be TJ's life potentially. Uses the tunnel, gets in, shut down, going over to the Scion. Look at the stacks on these heart steals: 284, 253 respectively. That is absolutely absurd. And so this is going to be the Drake once again going over to the side of Stoner Nation. This game is just way too damn close. I love this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The directed camera really wanted us to watch the meatballs, but the Caitlyn ends up dying, and then we hear double kill from
TJ in the
back line that we couldn't see.
I thought he was gonna get the triple kill there, just like getting it off the Jana, but instead it just says like nah. And I think right now, looking at it, we finally get the first real surmountable gold lead. Not even really surmountable because it's only about 1.5k, but we finally get like a real actual like above 1k gold lead for the first time this entire game.
Yeah.
And it just immediately went right back to no lead at all. We do have 2 members now engaging onto him. Equalizer use. That was a nice use of the Jana ulti to put him right back into the turret range. And that's going to be the suppression. They managed to get 2v1. Perfy going down, sent to the gray screen. That's a pretty long death timer, 34 seconds. Oh, hold on. We're getting a little bit of a freeze. We got another fight going on as double suppression under the tower, and the Jace is just free firing in the back. Duck Butter Toast gonna be able to land that damage and is now excited, trying to get a little bit more. Engages onto the middle of them. Boomstick now getting taken down by TJ. As we do see, nearly taken out is gonna be Duck Butter Toast, but he manages to live, and he's still excited, wanting to find more. But I just highly suggest that he backs here. He just needs to back. Don't even try to bother staying. We do have the top lane now being pushed out by Boosted Sandwich, so they do have a little bit more of a lead to start building up for themselves.
On Boosted in trouble.
I think Boosted is just gonna try to get the tower. He knows he's dead here. He doesn't care. He was probably looking at mid lane. He knew mid lane was gonna lose a tower, so he said, "Screw it. We're getting towers everywhere else. I lose my life here." Nicely done by the side of Stoner Nation to at least trade back objectives when they're losing stuff. But now they need to send someone to finally match this Scion. Scion looking like a big old meathead at about maybe 5k HP. Like, you gotta do a lot of damage to kill him. And when he's in fights, it's actually very difficult. Yeah, 5.5k, not even full build yet. What are you gonna do when you got a 10,000 HP Scion just charging at you?
He's got this new Overlord's Blood Mail too. Have no idea what it does. I'm sure it's really good. Smile.
Any league educators any LSs in the chat that can give us a quick rundown? All right, gain 2% of your bonus health as attack damage.
Oh, okay, I see. Makes sense.
And then you gain 10% of the 10% attack damage based on your missing HP. That's disgusting.
I think that's infinite AD actually on Scion.
That's all right. So now they have 2 members, possibly 3, ganging up on the Scion here. Scion, though, going for the right member, trying to get down to Bonkers. They're calling down everything to try to kill him. It takes 3 members and an ultimate to be able to do something. But Spoober now going to be taken down. That's a big shutdown going over to him, and he knows who his target is here. He's looking for Marbra, but he's not going to really be able to get anything. The breath going to stop him from pushing in.
Classic.
He's about to hit like a truck. I'm very scared. But we do see now the Baron being started up by the top side of by the rest of the team of the side of Stoner Nation. I wonder if this is just a call for a bait. Yeah, nah, this is the equalizer territory. This is the real Yep, this is going to be this is possibly the lost fight right here. Boomstick going in, trying to find a member, but doesn't find anybody. Instead, gets into the back line. 2 suppressions landed onto different members. Boomstick gonna have to lose his life. Shutdown though, as the Duck Butter Toast is able to kill the Rek'Sai on the back line, and now there's more people landing onto him. Gonna be able to try to take him out. No, Perfy gonna be able to slay out Duck Butter Toast, but no Baron angle to be had here. As Spoober is now here, trying to gang onto 3 different members. We do have Boosted Sandwich also here. He's still up. CLG Worthy does still here to support. They're able to keep them off from taking the Baron themselves. Spoober now trying to go into 2 different members, being drawn in, still continuing to extend the fight. We do have more damage being dropped off by Malzahar, but instead it's gonna be Spoober now going in with the ultimate, but he does have so much damage being dropped onto to him by the Aurelion Soul, able to take out Marbra in the middle of that fight. Wordy Does gonna lose his life, but Malzahar able to take out Perfy, trying to get one more kill, able to kill the Aurelion Soul, but gonna end up losing his life to Jeffrey Crazy, and Jeffrey Crazy loses his life in the extended fight to Spoober as well at the end. Is Sion an absolute monster?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
that was
god,
a,
and the
that was a
Drake is
fight.
up. TJ
TJ's
should
top,
really be,
bro.
yeah, TJ's top. They need to just go straight for this Drake. And if he
It's
can
not
keep
up
him
yet, though.
distracted there, yeah, TJ's that has
Not up
no
for 30
choice.
seconds, so TJ, it's
Uh,
not Drake's not up for 30 seconds. I think he can
Is
get
it?
there still.
Okay, yeah, he definitely can. There's just gonna need to be some kind of distraction. Um, the rest of the members, yeah, it was a smart move to take out Spoober before this Drake fight, but it's 15 seconds. TJ's gonna have to rush unless he's just expecting to give up the Drake. Is he just gonna give up Soul?
He's gonna wait for his teammates, I think.
There's a TP coming in from
He wanted to
Malzahar.
get some rage to heal there. I think that's what he was
Yeah.
saying.
Okay. Yeah, he has to fight this. They have no choice. There's 4 members already on it. CLG Worthy Does is there to try to go ahead and stop him. Goes right into the middle. 3,000, 2,000, sitting at 1,000. Doesn't get it. Infernal Soul goes immediately right over to the side of Stoner Nation. Boosted Saber's gonna be able to take out Marble in the backline, but it's gonna be Dunk Butter Toast being taken out by TJ or by Perfy. And there's more damage being dropped. The Soul given over to Stoner Nation, but at the cost of so many lives. And right now it's looking like the Baron as well.
Man, this Sion's about has to go huge at this Baron, I think. Because I mean, if we convert this Baron into an inhib, I don't think losing Soul there is that bad. But we do have to do that, I think.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be, yeah, he's gonna have to just like angle his ult, go in on a squishy, and just hope that he can land it onto somebody or something. Yep,
I
he
mean,
warded
Suber
over the wall.
shouldn't go in here. He should just live.
Yeah, no, he's fine. I don't think them getting Baron is gonna completely like. It's five. What is it? It's 500 gold per person. Like it's not gonna.
I think it gives them a way to equalize. I don't think it will equalize, but
Yeah, I don't think like.
I think they can equalize the game if they do get something off this Barrett push. But they do have to win another fight into Infernal Soul, so it's gonna be a tough ask for sure.
I think, yeah, you're right. Like getting the permanent buff currently for the rest of the game, where they have the extra damage and like for example, Jinx and Malzahar are gonna benefit from this very, very heavy. Not a single Drake was secured by the side of HYG, so this is absolutely crazy. To see that they don't have really any other buffs other than the fact that they can potentially get the the Elder buff now. So it's looking like unless they can get something off this Baron play and get an Elder buff to be able to help win these fights, it could be potentially Stoner Nation winning this out. But right now, HYG is definitely not out of this.
I will say I don't think Asol has had Disguise Ascend for one of these big fights. So I think if he's able to get that ultimate, it will have a huge impact, quite literally.
Yep. Oh,
okay,
going in immediately.
Here we go.
Managed to stop him. But there's no other members here. So Marbra's going to be immediately taken down. That's the first one dropped. And that's actually one of their bigger engages that they've been having that's been making a difference for them in some of these team fights. So right now, they just lost the Baron buff and they lost one of their bigger engages. And they're continuing down, able to land a lot on the Jeffrey Crazy. Gets the slow onto him and a lot of damage suppressed. Jeffrey Crazy getting shut down by the Malzahar. And it's looking like Boomstick wants more. No more minions, so they can't continue to try to turret dive, but that's 2 members from the side of HYG taken down, and it's actually very big for them that this bot lane is gone.
Yeah, HYG, they did lose a bunch of members there, but they can't really push into ASOL, and they did lose the 700 gold sack on the turret, so it's actually like a pretty even trade there for what looked like terrible.
Oh, Perfy trying to get away.
Was able to get the 700 gold in trade.
Which is really good for like the side of them. It's just so weird to look at this game and be like, there's still a very big way for HYG to potentially lose it here. But now they're starting to finally do what was being done earlier, and they're splitting them up now.
He's gonna buy them a lot of time here.
Yeah, I like this. I don't think they're gonna get an inhib off this, but they definitely got a lot of standing gold.
Perfy got the tier 3 top also, so that was probably actually a pretty favorable trade for them, even losing 3. So
no, that was definitely well done. They equalized the way the lanes look from both sides, even getting a little bit more extra for themselves. Actually being more than equalized. They actually managed to really bring it to themselves. So people who are looking for HYG to win, nicely done. Because it's looking like right now they swung this game over to their side.
We're in shambles. It's just not realizing if we don't catch the ASOL, we literally can't push. So That is kind of the state of the game. Is if they can't kill this Acel, the Acel probably can 1v5 hold the turret. So
I like this. It's time to flip Elder. Oh boy. Yep, that's exactly what this is leading to. Is going to be looking like
Peak
an
League
Elder
of
fight,
Legends
Elder
here.
flip.
Oh, Bonker's in a rough spot. Okay.
Oh, getting caught right there, trying to run away, but not going to use the ultimate. And instead, Marbra is actually here to go ahead and try to help
Ooh, might
out
die
his
here.
mid laner.
It'll
I
take a
do like
while,
seeing
but
that
he might
Spoober
die.
is trying to just run away. We do see Boomstick is here, though, and he's going to be able to catch out one of the members. Please do. Catches one. Equalizer drop. We do have a 2v3 fight with HYG TJ making his way down. This is not where you want to be.
no.
This is not the fight that you're
Inhale.
looking for. Able to get a lot of damage down, but the Crypt Bloom coming through. Able to slay down Reliant's Soul, but that's still going to be Boomstick also dying, trying to get perfect, not going to be enough. 3 members being there was absolutely what was needed, and that's going to be both Boomstick and Spoober being taken down with a minute to.
Their wave clear is dead. The Acel is dead. They could push, but it's gonna be rough. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. No, like, thank you for pointing that out. I just am now looking. I'm really excited for this next dragon fight because everyone's going to be up for this probably, unless somebody gets caught out before, with the next minute left. Elder Drake is going to be a very, very big factor for either one of these teams, and that actually might be what's going to end up being this closeout.
Yeah, does Acel
Oh,
have...
wait. Jinx is going to be dragging him under the turret. Not going to be able to get away. Oh, she does, actually. The flash. Nicely done, taking away both sums from the Jinx before this dragon fight. So this is actually very well done. And they're going to... Yeah, no, this is looking like HYG's dragon to take here. There's not a lot of... They're able to get the vision down first. They're able to be there first. And if they can just at least catch somebody out, this might potentially look bad. But Jeffrey Crazy now has one member onto him, and it's gonna be him getting taken. No, Boomstick getting taken out immediately. But they managed to lock down TJ, so both junglers might actually be taken out. TJ not gonna be able to get away. He does actually. No, Boomstick's gonna be able to take that kill. As now Malzahar gets taken out by Perfy. The Crypt Bloom being able to use for healing utilization, and more members dropping as the big ultimate comes out from HYG. Bonkers is gonna be able to get the double kill onto Spoober. This is the fight that HYG needed, and they were able to finally make something happen for themselves, and this is going to push them towards the victory, I believe.
Yeah, this is... they just want to end. Okay.
Yeah, no, they have the ability to do so. I think they can just push this out.
They have no wave clear. It's just Skarner. So I think this is going to be an end angle. We'll see if they're able to convert.
That one little shield is not going to be enough from you, Jana. He protects the turret for only so long.
Hey, don't talk shit about Jana, okay? She tried.
Listen, all right, so they at least get the inhib.
Okay. Yeah, respawns 10 seconds. They actually might struggle to kill this before people can get here. So
yeah, and they're trying to clear vision, trying to make sure that there's no potential TP angles. So yeah,
it's a bad fight for HYG. I mean, we are really
they're
down.
they're decently low health. Skarner though getting immediately caught out once again.
Really bad.
Oh, that's unfortunate. This is a fight that you don't want to have. I do see Spoobert now being able to TP down, and this is where you're starting to see Stoner Nation falling apart.
Time. Yeah, the Caitlyn traps are there. How do they walk in?
He can't. He's just literally getting absolutely trapped up. But that's going to be potentially the kill. Perfy going golden as the ultimate now being dropped once again by Aurelion Soul. They cannot walk into this. This is a real desperation play, but they are actually kind of stalling out.
They have to walk around.
Yep, they're walking around, going unstoppable, lands onto somebody. Big knockup, landing onto them. Aurelion Soul taken down, and Jinx now excited, getting a lot of damage onto TJ. TJ now away from the Drake. Jeffrey Crazy now able to take out Scion. Duck Butter Toast has TJ on him. CLG Worthy Dust getting taken down. Duck Butter Toast has only 2 members on him. The Elder not being taken because we do see Perfy now up in this top side trying to push, or in the middle lane, trying to push it out. They managed to stop the Elder Drake from being taken, but at what cost? Now it is being taken by both TJ and Jeffrey Crazy. TJ does have Smite ready and waiting to go, but I don't think that they can actually end up taking this. It's looking like it's going to be HYG's. Yep, this is definitely looking like HYG's to take.
You do not want to be around here, Jinx.
Yep, nope, you didn't want to be there because now they have the ability to kill you much faster. Elder now being given up to them. Are they going to be able to do something? No, because the equalizer's here. That is unfortunate. That is the game right there. That is definitely the game right there after that.
Oh no, we're in shambles. All right, but we do have Scion in 5. Maybe Miracle hold and Elder here. It's gonna be.
They're gonna burst him down.
It's gonna be rough, I think, but
That'll be a miracle run at a half if anything does manage to happen. Malzahar's the closest thing to wave clear that they do have. But I think this is going to be the game immediately going over to
giving it away.
Stream. I think gave it away. Malzahar is going to end up getting his life taken here. I believe that's enough. Yes, HYG Bonker is able to take the life of the Malzahar. No wave clear, no wave here, but it doesn't. I don't think it's really going to end up mattering as they're attempting to. No, they're just going to back off. They're going right for the Baron, I think, here because they don't really have much else to do.
HYG deploying the never back tactic. Never back, never buy, just map pressure.
I mean, it's kind of working a bit for them. They're able to actually do this. This would be really funny, though, if, like, Boomstick could make something happen here, but I don't think that's going to end up happening. Instead, they're just going to be able to get that Baron for free. HYG this time, taking themselves more seriously, showing why they're the #1 team. Oh, wait, they could have ended. Yeah, they could have. They could have, and they could have given everybody their, those crazy channel points, too. But, nah, TJ and them really, they put their money where their mouth is from the way it's looking right now.
They could have ended, but there was like a 15% chance there they throw. So I think backing off and getting the Baron is probably fine. Obviously, it's not.
I would very much have liked to see a Leandries from this Malzahar, but we did not see that
at any point. Yeah, or a Black Fire Torch, any of the newer items. Who knows?
Tears.
We don't have the Rylai's either. I guess it's not that great this game, but still
trying to pad those stats. Right, they want to really make sure that people know that they're the #1 team here, and they're right now barreling into the base of Stoner Nation. One person locked down, but not going to be enough. Elder Drake still in effect here, having to use the Janna ultimate to go ahead and get them the healing so nothing happens. Got a suppression, managed to get at least one member down, but that's going to be the first Elder Drake able to take him out. Boomstick going to be taken out by Bonkers. Spoobert trying to get another one, but not going to be enough as Jeffrey Crazy ends up getting that kill. Spoobert still affected by the Elder Drake, going to be taken down by Elder Drake from TJ. As they do try to get more, but that's a double kill for the side of HYG Jeffrey Crazy as he gets slain and shut down by the Jinx. Jinx a little bit excited, looking for members, but not looking for the right ones that she's trying to take down, and instead gets taken down herself by Aurelian Soul. That's all the members from the side of Stoner Nation taken down, and the game 2 going over to HYG.
Yeah, really hypey 2 kill per minute game, like really crazy game. HYG do end up coming out on top. I think everyone really just coming online in that mid to late game. I feel like everyone really had impact, really did their job on the side of HYG, and was impactful.
They gave me they gave Stoner Nation like a little false hope.
Yeah, my 6-1 odds shambles.
I mean, at least you probably didn't bet a whole lot, so you didn't lose a whole lot, right?
I mean,
it's not like
I didn't have a whole lot, so
at least you didn't throw like everything in the kitchen sink at it,
Back in the salt mines, yeah. Did somebody do that? Are you talking about a certain someone?
No. No, I just saw that some of the HYG boys, they threw a whole lot of money. They could have lost it.
Yeah.
Like they literally could have lost it.
Best part is if they lost, they get nothing. Even if they win, they get nothing. But that's the flex, I suppose.
I mean, they just needed to flex the fact that they had 50,000 and 40,000 respectively to just go ahead and drop on everybody.
I think we're taking a break before game 3. That's what it seems like. No, everyone's in there.
Oh yeah, I think I don't know if they're ready to go right into draft, but listen, they can do whatever. The teams are ready to do whatever they want to do by all means. If casters are ready, we can definitely get something started. If casters want to take a quick break while the teams get set up, by all means, you guys make that choice.
Yeah, I would like to get some water real quick or whatever.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and just take it to a quick pause. Don't move that dial. Just be ready for the next gamble as we go into the Silver Scrape Game 3 of HYG versus Stoner Nation.
I
We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the souls and shields. Fight into the bloodiest fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the souls and shields. Fight into the bloodiest fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. We will march into the night. Whoa. Let the fear sink in their eyes. Whoa. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the souls and shields. Whoa. Fight into the bloodiest fields. Whoa. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side.
All right, so I don't know if our casters are back, but gonna go ahead and transition into our draft. Already seeing.
Don't you worry, I am here. I am here. All right, all right. So hopefully everybody is seeing the draft right now as Stoners Nation and HYG are currently going into it. We do see that on the first phase of bans have already been taken care of as Stoners Nation has banned out Braum, Ash, and Aurelion Sol. HYG has banned out Darius, Caitlyn, and the Lux. Stoners Nation then immediately goes into their first pick, being the Jhin, which has previously been banned in the last 2 games. And to see them pick this up, they must feel really confident in themselves to be able to make something work with this champion. I also don't know if Jhin is. I think Halo Blaze Jhin is very strong right now as well. I don't know if it's like back or something, but I was hearing like a lot of champions that use like Halo Blades are particularly the stronger champions currently in the meta. And we do see HYG responding with the Lucian. It does look
Braum
like
taken away for that Braum Lucian pairing, but maybe they're looking for a Nami angle, or maybe they're just going to pivot away completely and pick their jungler here.
I mean, I do see the Melio still being up too, so that might actually be something. But you're right, they do end up looking like he's picking the jungler or potentially a top laner as the Volibear is picked up here by HYG.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody I really don't know, like I'm trying to look up like if Jhin is like a really strong champion right now. It just seems like it's one of those champions that like it's not about if he is strong, it's just about who plays him, like how well they play him. So I think this will be a pretty interesting composition for them as they pick up the Nautilus in the support role for the side of Stoners Nation. 4. All right, that's all the answer I needed. I guess 4 is the answer for everything, guys. So
Okay.
that's all I need to know is just 4. So we'll be looking for those 4th shots, those 4th bullets, and all the good stuff that we know about Jin being so graceful with the number 4. And we do see Stoner Nation looking like they're about to pick up the jungler, waiting for the lock-in here. They might be just slightly deciding the lock-in coming in as they pick up a more carry-oriented jungler this time around in the Viego.
Yeah, Boomstick off the Skarner duty says, I want to get in there. I want to be doing some damage. But they do end up blocking a Nautilus, so they'll have still have that reliable engage.
Oh yeah, and then the guaranteed CC as well. I'm not too worried. And then Rel picked up once again for HYG, a very good showing from Marbra on that Rel. For them to pick that up immediately is pretty good. And then we do see the bans already going underway. All right, there we go. So we do see Scion and Vigar finalizing the bans for HYG and Nasus for Stoner's Nation, and we're waiting for their final ban here. I'm not entirely sure. What is it going to be? Rumble? I actually like that. I like the fact that they want to adapt and make sure that Rumble doesn't go through again. Some of those equalizers and those choke points was extremely hard to play around. So I would like to see that Rumble ban. Yeah, there we go. So we do have the Rumble ban picked out here for Stoner's Nation, and we get right into the phase 2 of the picks.
Yeah, Perfect really hit some really crucial equalizers in that mid to late game. I'm trying to get that pick away. HYG should lock in mid lane here to keep the Volibear flex available, but we'll see what they end up doing. Could be a decent anti-angle. That champ is still available.
They have to find something safe to blind, and they end up blinding the Azir.
The Faker Classic. We'll see. We'll see if Bonkers is able to do his best Faker impression on this Azir.
I'm surprised that he's going for the Azir. I don't think I've ever seen Bonkers on Azir.
He's a grizzled veteran. I'm sure his Azir is fine. And going back for the Malzahar.
I like that. That's fine. He can actually more safely farm away from Azir, and then Azir gets too close to the wave, he actually can kind of bully him out. So I think that's a pretty okay pick here, and it's safer in general for mid laners. I would have loved to see like an Ahri or something, but to be a little bit more, a little bit more proactive, a little bit more outright damage. But as long as he builds with the Malzahar, like please go to Leandries, please the new Blackfire, please just do something. But just we got to make sure we have like the right utility build there. Like we know Space Age is a great DLT, but the Leandries helps that so much more.
We need the actual DOT items. Yeah. But yeah, I think Udyr and Volibear is a fine matchup for Volibear, so we'll see if they want to R5 a jungler here.
And they end up R5 in the top laner.
I don't hate the set here. It's if you're at the beginning of the fight, you can just cancel out the Nautilus engage by just throwing the Nautilus back on the enemy team. So it's not the worst here.
I'm on the side of HYG for this one.
Yeah, but they do. I don't know. Their comp's kind of weird again. Just Lucian just makes things kind of awkward, especially when he doesn't have an enabler. He'll be able to get that like poke damage down with his ultimate, but I think playing these fights out is going to be pretty difficult around a Nautilus and a Malzahar, and the Udyr messing up your spacing. It's looking rough. I think for the Lucian, but
I think we'll have to look out for that. I honestly feel that the two teams are. This is going to be a very interesting game in general.
I'm not saying the Lucian can't do anything here. I just think it's going to be hard. It is a hard game, I think, to play Lucian. But the Azir does look quite good. They have the Nautilus ultimate for him, and that's about it. He can space about everything else. So.
And already we got some bets being put up for the channel points, guys. Go ahead and get your votes in of who you believe is going to win with the callouts of the roles. It is top lane for the Stoner's Nation. It is top lane Udyr, jungle Viego, mid lane Malzahar, ADC Jin, support Nautilus. On the side of HYG, it is going to be a top lane set: jungle Volibear, mid lane Azir, ADC Lucian, and a Rel support. So go ahead and ultimately determine what you guys think is going to be the ultimate winners. Right now, we see 28.7K being given over to the side of HYG. A lot of boys are sitting here saying they have the faith in HYG to win this out. Happy birthday also to Excellence and happy belated to TJ as we got some shout outs for birthdays here in the Valhalla League. Thursday. It's still listen, man. We
Close
we
enough.
don't close enough, man.
Happy
We happy
birthday,
birthday as you're sitting in these games right now, about to give us a banger of a time here. And I really want to see you guys really show up, really turn up for these guys in the chat. Cheer on your favorite peeps. As we do see, this is a Silver Scrapes game, guys. This is a game 3, so they want to definitely show out in this one and really leave it all out on the Rift. So I want to see some like craziness on here.
Yeah, the second game was the 2 kills a minute. Somehow I don't think this game is going to be as pacey. I would assume everyone does seem to kind of slow down in these game 3s, and it's a more methodical game for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is more methodical, but the problem is that like it's hard to be methodical against a team that likes to be proactive, like how HYG likes to try to be. So yes, they can turn up the defensive, like they can try to be more defensive and more methodic, but if HYG is somehow able to see around that methodic way and they're able to capitalize on some of the mistakes, it's gonna be I just think it's gonna be very difficult.
I mean, as it turns out, all the games are hard. As it turns out, when the teams are balanced, the games are close.
Even with the disparity, I believe, like, what is it? Stoner Nation is a 7th place team versus the 1st place team, and it's actually pretty interesting to see how much of the differences is, like you said, but the whole time both these games have been pretty even. Even though that win, it was definitely a lot more convincing at the end there from HYG. The overall game was extremely even up and until that soul fight where they ended up losing everything in the Baron. Then they ended up going and taking the Baron. Like, yeah, you got the soul, but at what cost?
Yeah, it was close until it wasn't. You know, that's how that's how the cookie crumbles. But there isn't as much a sense of inevitability on either side. So we shall see. It's going to be a lot of battling. The fights are probably gonna. I don't know. I think if the illusion is allowed to stay alive, I think that HYG is going to have a good time. But that is I think the real secret to this draft is if the Lucian is allowed to play, I think it's going to be rough. But because the Azir is going to be pumping, big damn, I think.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of more on the side of HYG winning this, just from that factor alone.
Yeah.
Just
but even if like Rel dies first, then the Viego gets the Rel possession. I mean, there's a lot out there ways that things can go badly here. I think for both sides. So.
Well, we're gonna have to definitely give it up to HYG and Stoner Nation being able to drag this up to a game 3. Both of these teams are gonna be looking pretty damn good. I really hope that they give us a banger of a game 3. I want that 2 kills per minute. I want I want the scraps at every objective. I want to see I want to see the absolute bloodbath that I know that both of these teams are capable of putting out. And it's something that we really do love here at Valhalla. We love bloodbaths. We love to see the absolute massacre on the bot. I'm an anime fan, so if anyone gets this, you guys will get this. But I want to see a Shibuya incident out there right now, okay? Like, I want to see an absolute utter massacre out there on the Rift.
Everybody's dead.
There's no one left alive. Even at the end, there has to be a victor, but no one's left alive.
Yeah. Did we really win if everybody's dead? You know, it's,
push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. At this point, but like I really do like seeing. I think it's really funny because I don't really get to cast HYG often. I think this is only the second game this season I've casted of theirs, and it's just so crazy to see the difference in how this team was, because I believe they had lost the game that I had casted, and it was mostly due to how their early game plays were. Like, they were really damn good. Like, the first 15 minutes of the game, it was just like, oh shit, how do we beat? How do you beat? I was really thinking in my head, like as casting, I was like, how do you beat HYG in those first 15 minutes? But then most teams were able to like kind of flip the script after the mid game kind of started to form itself, and then they would be able to take out HYG. But then I come to find out that was only true for the first 2 weeks. Quite literally, only for the first 2 weeks that was really true. And then all of a sudden, the boy band of Valhalla is going on an absolute straight up tear, and now they're looking poised to be able to win a chip. So I don't know. This is an absolutely completely different HYG from what I've known, and I'm glad to see like the difference in them and how they flipped so much. So in this team composition that they have, I'm scared. I'm scared. There's too much setup. Like a Rel into a Shurima shuffle into the suplex. Like there's way too much going on from the side of HYG. It's gonna really take some really good itemization, some really good like picks from the side of Stoner Nation for them to really be able to win this.
There's gonna be bodies flying everywhere. That's for sure.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Indeed.
And
I do think that is one of the cool things about Valhalla in general is just like how much the teams change and grow over the course of the season. There's just like a lot of people change roles. I mean, not so much for the case of like HYG. It just that's just how the teams just change over time a lot. 9 weeks is a long time.
It is a long time, and I know that like a lot of teams like HYG was definitely a different team because I think last season they weren't anywhere near this close to this performance from the previous season, and this time like again they're a top team, like they're straight up in the top of the rankings, guaranteed playoffs, going in I think as the first place team. This is a complete flip on the coin for them, and so for Stoner Nation to take them to a game 3 right now would definitely they'll definitely put some notice on their name, but at the same time it's just, oh man, this is gonna be crazy. They're third place currently for HYG, correct? Yes, they're third place.
Yeah, all three teams.
Who's
are
first and second?
7-1 in a row.
It's 7-1 tiebreakers. That's the top 3.
7-1.
Night Raid Owls is technically in first, and we're behind them. Insert name there is in second place, and HYG's in third on tiebreakers. So.
Oh, okay. So it's by the tiebreakers that they are, but okay, nice. I'm
Everyone is
glad that the
7-1.
tiebreakers were explained.
Insert name there has the tiebreaker with the head-to-head over HYG, and NRO is ahead on fewer games against.
Yeah,
At
less
least going
games
into
lost,
tonight.
essentially. Yep.
Oh my god, I did not know that Viego skin does that dance. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, that Viego skin is nuts. It's really good.
So for people who might not know, that Viego skin is actually the dance that he was doing is the torture dance from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 5. So that was the reference that he was actually making. I didn't realize that was the dance that he did, so I just had to geek out for a second. That was wow. Everything in life is a JoJo's reference.
Yeah.
But we do see Perfy and Spoober going ahead and giving a little bit of a trade towards one another. Overall, Spoober able to win that trade out as the Udyr. And an engage immediately from Marbro, just going right on top of them, forcing the flash out of Duck Butter Toast, able to land a snare onto them. He wants to chase him down just a little bit more. Not going to be enough. Takes a turret shot, goes in onto him, able to get the first blood for HYG Marbra.
The legendary Lucian level 2 power spike. It's been there forever, man. Just everyone gotta respect the Lucian.
E, auto attack, Q, autos, auto again, basically dead. Especially, is he running press? Yeah, that press and attack armor shred after the 3 autos is absolutely like, I love that.
It's not armor shred anymore. It's a buff on yourself now. They changed it last patch.
Really?
Yeah, you just do 8% more damage once you trigger PTA.
See, that's even more disgusting.
Yeah.
What the? You know, we're not gonna make it armor shred, so it's just like, no, we're gonna just make it so that it's just flat, straight up increase in damage. Okay, cool. See, this is why I don't play League anymore, guys, because it just keeps me. It just changes so damn much. Like,
that is one of the problems with the game, is it's very hard to keep up because there's so much. They've changed things so often recently.
Like, I'm glad that I still recognize, like, you know, some of the items. I still recognize, you know, some of their effects haven't really changed too much, but like I'm glad I can still recognize some of those things.
Yeah, It just like if you're a more casual player, it's just harder to keep up or whatever, at least in a competitive sense.
Boomstick
Look
is
at
here. Perfy getting engaged on. Able to land a stun? Yes, he does. Trying to drop a little bit more. Can at least force that flash out of him. Not going to be able to force anything. And he doesn't want to use the flash himself to try to get more out of it. But definitely Perfy would have had the ability. I believe his W was up there. So that could have been a little bit more of a saving grace for him with that shield.
the problem here is like big waves stacked against Perfy, so Swoobert's gonna get a nice CS lead here.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. My internet is acting up. Just 1 second.
You're chilling. Oh, okay.
There we go. My Discord was acting up, but
Big
now it's right back in as we get a immediate engage right onto the Nautilus. HYG Worthy Dust getting eviscerated by 3 different members as TJ comes in for that gank, giving the kill over to the Lucian. Rutro Raggy.
Yeah, we're dropping frames or something. Are we paused? We're not paused.
No, we are not paused.
Okay, we're chilling.
All right, there we go. Spectator just needed a little bit of time to catch up. Marbro gonna go ahead and take that hit for Jeffrey Crazy, but nicely done by the side of HYG to go ahead and get themselves already 1.3k gold up in this game. Already looking close to that. We're only at 0.5 kills per minute right now, but we might just start to get a little bit more as we start seeing TJ's already making his way ganking on this Volibear.
Yeah, we need to jack them numbers up. But yeah, TJ very intelligently going down bottom, punishing the lack of flashes, making sure to cash in on their bot lane.
We gotta get those numbers up. Those are the rookie numbers. And we do see Perfy, though, going in onto Spoobert, wanting to get that big damage in the middle. Spoobert landing the stun, trying to fight him off a little bit more. Still pretty low health. Both of these guys could actually fight one another out. As we do see, though, Stoner Nation is taking that first Drake. They have been very, very good with taking these Drakes this entire game.
But these drafts are horrendous. People play what they play. It is what it
is what it is. And I want to see some craziness go on. So I'm going to say this, guys. I officially believe in Stoner's Nation. The reason why is because we're getting a fight right here as Blue Team is able to take him out, and Stoner Nation might be able to take out Marbro here as Boomstick gets that first kill. We do have, though, 3 members of HYG coming in. With a big suppression, able to help take out the Lucian. Double kill going over to Marbro, over to the Rel. No, I'm sorry. I was wrong. It was the body of the Rel stolen by Boomstick, able to get those kills, and it's going to be them able to take that out and the Drake at the same time, evening the goal back and giving us now officially that 1 kill per minute. I'm loving so far. And I just want to say real quick, I believe in Stoner Nation. The reason why, for those who were betting, Denver Nuggets just got eliminated from NBA contention. They were just eliminated by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So if you guys do not believe in Stoner Nation to try to win this game, I don't know what else to tell you. The miracles can happen.
Are you trying to say that oh man,
The underdog teams.
Yeah.
You got to believe it.
Is the Stoners Nation actually the Minnesota Timberwolves? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not saying that they're the Timberwolves. I'm just saying they're going up against a Goliath right now for themselves. Like they have to fight against HYG, a very popular, well-known team that's actually doing significantly well this season. And so, like, for what it is, they're really trying to fight they're trying to climb an uphill battle. As we do see, though, they're making some real good roams here, as we have Worthy Dust trying to help out his mid laner, having to force the ultimate out of Bonkers. Nicely done with with Worthy Dust on the roam.
Dusty does unfortunately invest the flash there without getting anything in return.
Ooh, but Boomstick's here. Suplex out from Perfy to help himself get away from the Boomstick gank on the Viego. That could have been his life right there. He had to also use the flash at the same time as well, but enough to escape.
Good escape by Perfy there. Making sure he doesn't fall down. Still able to catch the wave. Oh, Boomstick looking for a dive here.
I think that they're gonna get something. I'm not sure, but we do have TJ here, though. Onto Spoobert. A lot of damage being dropped off. Ultimate used by TJ, but he's actually being dropped. Boomstick going on a rampage. This is what happens when Viego gets ahead, and now this might be another kill. We do see the W being used, but not gonna be enough. Double kill over to Viego. This is actually hilarious because I've only seen Viego do this once before, and it was when Janelle subbed for Demonic Ascension. Hold on. Worthy Dust going in, able to lock down Jeffrey Crazy. He's trying to get away. Is this going to be enough? Once again, the hook's coming in, suppressed down. Duck Butter Toast going to be able to get that 4th shot and kill onto Jeffrey Crazy. Oh, man, this is absolutely insane. Really clean play right now coming out from Stoner Nation as well. We use that underdog energy. Yes, I'm loving this from everybody right now. Like, my channel points are cooked. If the game goes this way, for some people, yeah, their channel points are gone after this one. I'm glad that TJ and them didn't bet up the, nearly 100,000 points this time.
I mean, it is great that Boomstick is this far ahead, but I mean, Boomstick's he's got the 5 kills. He's the carry here, so.
This is what happens.
This is the scary part about current League of Legends is like even though he's so far ahead, he's still worth the double kill.
We're already getting the apologies to Stoner Nation in the chat. That's absolutely insane. Spoober now going in for the 1v1, and he's able to get the solo dolo, taking out Perfy in that top lane. Right now, looking so damn strong from this. Does he know that he's there? He's trying to get away. He's gonna have to go ahead and utilize the QE to be able to get himself away from here. This is absolutely insane.
HYG fans in shambles right now.
The fans of the boy band all sitting there crying right now for themselves, as we're already seeing Stoner Nation really trying to make something happen for themselves, sitting at about 1.5k gold up. They don't want to lose anything else in this fight. We do see the Worthy Dust getting engaged on, but Boomstick is here to help out his members. He's going in. This is probably the wrong place to be. We do have it. He's exhausted, having to flash out. A lot of CC being dropped. Lucian ultimate coming out, but now we do see the 4th shot being landed. Boosted Sandwich though coming from the top side, able to get the kill onto him. Shutdown though, going over to TJ as he's able to take out the Viego that was on an absolute rampage, but we do see a little bit more damage. The space aids is what's going to end up taking him out. Suppression, 4th shot, going to be a little bit more. Barely misses on that 4th shot there from the Jin ultimate, but one more. Double kill instead from the space aids, going over to Stoner Nation's mid laner. This is absolute insanity from this team right now.
Yeah, I mean, that play is kind of scuffed, obviously, but they did get the shutdown on Boomstick crucially, so it's not as bad as it could have been.
It went over to the Volibear, which I'm really hoping. Hey, yo, we can't call certified frauds just yet. Hold up. To calm that down. The fraud allegations can't be coming out just yet. But I do like to call out. Boomy's looking like he's gonna be needing a salary increase, and this is a game to definitely prove it. In that first game too, that Skarner was extremely clean, and right now he's feeling it on this Viego. We have another engage. Duck Butter Toast from the bottom. We do have them engaging onto him. Shurima Shuffle gonna be able to get them off. That's the 4 members caught in the middle of them. It's HYG Jeffrey Crazy. Immediately takes a triple kill onto those members, swinging the gold right back over and making it come right back so much closer for the side of HYG. Nicely done to take that fight from them. They were just getting a little too greedy.
Yeah, and just like that, the gold's equalized. Classic League of Legends. But I mean, HYG's not proving they're not frauds. They're just there. Just had a rough early game, but we're making the solution is huge now.
Look at that. They're already taking all 6 void grubs. The Lucian now has 4. He's 4-3-3. He had to die a couple times, but it ended up working out for him. Now he has the full Kraken Slayer. He's looking to do that insane damage, especially with those cullings. So
you can't get the shutdowns if you don't give them to the enemy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So now he's about to be an absolute tear. But what I'm actually a little bit worried about is the fact that no one's been able to get onto this Jin even when he's been in melee range of people. So
he's trying to get in there. He's doing his best.
He's doing his best, but I'm just surprised that no one's actually been able to lock him down. Like, he's sitting at 1-0-6. But I don't think that it's still Stoner Nation's still not out of this game just yet, just from the fact that they've just been able to. They got caught out in some really bad fights and gave away some shutdowns. So if they can at least do a little bit better with how they're playing these things out, don't greed for certain objectives and stay too long. Going in, Flash being used by Duck Butter Toast to avoid any more engagement. Rel ultimate being used to keep him trapped in there. HY HYG Jeffrey Crazy gonna be able to take those kills. TP from behind them, gonna miss the hook, but they do have Viego here going on to Jeffrey Crazy. Shut down. Suppression gonna be used onto the rail. You're not getting away. You've been selected, and Boosted Sandwich said, I'm taking that kill, returning it right back onto the bot lane. Stoner Nation able to get those kills for themselves.
Movie says maybe they are frauds. It's one kill at a time. They throw the shutdowns right back to the enemy team. But gold's still pretty close though, all things considered. Only 1,000 gold difference.
Legendary, just to make sure, you mean popping as in a good thing or a bad thing? If we need to fix some audio, bro, please let us know. Return my channel points. Uh-oh, that's not good. Did someone end up going like robotic, or
Who's popping? Is it a certain person, or is it just the stream in general?
maybe I'm clipping? I might need to lower my mic volume a tiny bit because I might be clipping way too much. Because I'm sitting here going crazy by screaming my head off. Or it might be the game audio.
Okay, Pleb says it's fine now.
Yep, I was
Okay.
Yep, that's what happened. I need to lower my mic volume a little bit.
Yeah, we need to reel it back in like 5%.
Just a tiny bit, guys. It's really exciting here, guys. Don't worry. You're better. Yep. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, it was just a matter of just lowering it down a bit. Yeah. And I just looked at my audio mixer. I was clipping. I cannot financially recover from this. I'm so sorry, Imposter Oak. But Red Team destroys the first turret. HYG manages to get it, but Perfy's being ganged up by 3 different members. Ganging up on them. They use the Rift Herald to go ahead. Suplex being used. Big shield, but it's not going to be enough. Spoober able to take that kill onto Perfy. Perfy now 0-3, but this bot lane is being absolutely torn into by HYG.
We need Plebs. The macro crying face.
If y'all lose to a non-black fire torch Mouse, just kick them from the league. That's absolutely insane. Is the item really that good? That's crazy to me.
No bonkers.
Oh no, Bonkers. That's unfortunate. Was Spoober able to go ahead and tank that damage? That's gonna be Bonkers losing his life. This Viego is absolutely absurd. But the fact that this Mouse right now is 4-1-3 without it, but he's right now being chased down, and that culling coming out, that's gonna be enough. Boosted Jeffrey Crazy gonna be able to take out Boosted Sandwich on there, going flashing over the wall. He's like, I can't get the Lucian, I'm gonna be taking Marbra instead. Manages to land the multiple hooks, and we do have Duck Butter Toast trying to get a little bit more damage down, but I don't think he has enough, so just gonna have to let Marbra walk it out.
But I mean, I was wrong, obviously. Both teams out here to slang and bang. Just another 2 kill per minute game on the cards, it seems.
Listen, I'm fine with that. Give me 2 kills per minute.
That's
I want
you
it.
said you wanted blood.
I want blood. I want absolutely like everything. Like I need my microphone to be absolutely on fire by the end of this game. Okay, like I want to see it just burst into flames in front of me. I have to call the fire department because, like, come on.
Because you're spitting that hot fire. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta be Dylon, man. Top 5 best rappers on earth. What do you expect?
When does your diss track drop? When does that happen?
Listen, man, I gotta find someone I can hate as much as Kendrick hated Drake. All right, that's when I'll drop the diss tracks. Maybe we could just drop a diss track against like League of Legends in general. How about that, guys? But right now, ain't no diss tracks being dropped except for one against Jeffrey Crazy as they're trying to go over the wall. That you can't flash away from the Nautilus ultimate. Jeffrey Crazy gonna be giving Boomstick another kill on this Viego once again. I really do like the fact that Boost is also able to. But Malco hasn't hated to his full potential. Man, I'm surprised I haven't hated to my full potential just yet. But I gotta get on that. I gotta get on that Kendrick level, that Sukuna to Yuji level, Like I gotta I've realized I haven't been hating to my fullest potential my whole life. And right now, they're really hating TJ right now. They're sick of this jungler, but it's going to be TJ who's able to take out Worthy Dust, but it's going to be Boomstick who's getting the revenge for his support, but he's also taking the damage, going to get the shield. Boomstick, knowing how Volibear works, able to use that shield to not die in the midst of everything. But Marbra wants that damage. He wants
He lit him on
that
fire.
kill. Dubstep Ignite,
Gonna
not
live,
gonna be
gonna live,
enough.
fruit.
He barely, oh my god, that's absolutely insane with the fruit barely able to
Oh,
live
we-
there. But they said, we're gonna take
in
Boosted
trouble.
Sandwich as a consolation prize. Dunk Butter Toast, you better walk away and let Jeffrey Crazy take another kill into his repertoire. That's gonna be Boosted Sandwich falling to the grave.
Yeah, yeah. Fruit playing for the other side is kind of unreal. The map, even the map is against you.
Malco, let me hold some channel points.
Monsters
Maybe
look
I
up
can
real low
transfer
in the
some
mid.
when if Stoner Nation
Oh
wins this
my God.
game.
Small shield, barely noticeable.
I have no idea what's happening, but I just saved a bunch of money by switching my by switching the guy. I'm dead. You're gonna take the tower, but Spoobert, you're caught in between three different people. Can you at least get bonkers? No, you can't. That's gonna be the tower being dropped. Oh my god, that's such a
Another
huge
small
shield.
shield, another
Jesus
small
Christ.
shield.
Where did both
Luckily,
those
Rel
shields come from?
held the queue for the shield break there, but the awakened shield on Nudier is large.
That, oh my god, that was absolutely insane to watch right there. I did not think he was gonna live that long up until that second shield drop, and I was like, wait a second, there's no Seraphs on this Udyr. What the hell's going on? Where did that other shield come from? And I just realized why does the Udyr have Leandries before the Malzahar?
That's a good question. Wait, we're building a burn item though on Malzahar.
Oh wait, we are?
We are.
Let's go.
I think this is the Leandris one, right? Because yeah, there's no lost chapter.
So this time we're not losing the shopkeeper. I love it.
Yeah, we didn't build our Ludens this time. Love to see it.
Leandri's on Mal's. It's saved. Alright, so anybody who bet for Stoner Nation to win this game, just the Leandri's going on Mal's should be enough to tell you that this is already cooked these frauds. I really hope. Come on, HYG. I know that I said I'm voting for Stoner Nation, but HYG, come on. Y'all gotta show up. Y'all gotta show up right now. Don't let people just be sitting there calling y'all frauds in the chat.
Somebody's got to get called a fraud, I guess. And there's only one option.
I mean, if anybody's getting called frauds tonight, it's definitely the Nuggets. That's all I'm saying. At the very least, somebody's getting called frauds tonight, and it's at the very least the Nuggets, and I'm happy about that.
The Knicks, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, the Knicks are definitely being called for. Okay, hey, hold on. I'm gonna just say this real quick before we get into this fight. The Knicks have Thibs as their coach, and Thibs is known for running his players into the ground. So that's why Josh Hart was trying to fight through injury. He did it to D Rose, and he did it to these players. So that's all we gotta say. But aside from that, we have Boomstick flashing, ulting in onto Jeffrey Crazy. The curtain has been opened as the fight goes on. First member gonna be dropped. Boomstick able to get away. No, he doesn't. As the suplex is able to take the kill onto Boomstick, they lose that big factor, and now more members are dropping. A COG Worthy Dust is gonna be the next to drop as Jeffrey Crazy takes another kill. We do have Duck Butter Toast going low health in the background. Marbra, are you gonna get ticked down? Boom! He goes as the Leandri's tick is able to grab him, but they still have 3 members left for the side of Stoner Nation, and they still look like they want to attempt a fight. I don't think it's worth it. You guys have 3 Drakes to the 1 of HYG. Just push these lanes out. Let them have this Drake, and you guys can just come back for another fight later.
Is the dub just soap? That's a yep. Good question. All right.
Wait, the Knicks were hurt? Yeah, like Josh Hart, Randall was hurt. I think Onanubi not Onanubi. What was this other dude that I can't remember his name? Jackson, I think was his name. He was also hurt. Brunson ended up getting a left fractured hand in the middle of this last game. Yeah, the Knicks were screwed this time around. There was no way. They literally had Brunson as their only main healthy dude, and he ended up getting DiVincenzo got, I think, hurt too in the middle of the game. So yeah. Yeah, the Knicks got gotted. I know we have there's a very very big Knicks fan in the is it Fell or Empire on DA? I forgot which one it is, but they're a very very big Knicks fan, and I know they're probably sitting there hurting right now. So that must have been really hard going into these games, or the DA games, knowing they had to feel that pain. But right now, Stoner Nation not feeling any pain. Even though, yes, they're only 600 gold up, they still are looking to try to win this game. Still have some decent vision. They still have some very, very... yes, he is upset. See that? I honestly am at the point now where I think if Boomstick gets a really nice like next set of like resets on this fight, it's gonna be it might not look good for HYG.
I think the only person they can kill is actually the Rel, which would be a huge reset. So
I mean, I would love to see Rel reset into a big Rel charge Q, more damage reset.
this Udyr is also about to flip to Fimbulwinter, and that's gonna get really hard for the set.
Oh wait, he did build tier. Oh man, this is not gonna. This Udyr.
This Udyr's
I
never gonna die. This is literally unkillable.
all right, and instead he's just killing the set. Set took a lot of damage, didn't do a lot of damage.
Yep, that's it's Fimbulwinter Udyr.
It's got the hull breaker and everything, and still can't really do anything against this Udyr. I think this is the worst. This is not the position that they want to be in right now. If Perfy ends up dying here,
I don't think they win this 2v1. Honestly, I think Udyr kills them both.
that's
chase him.
Yeah, just give Perfy the chance to back. That's the whole point. But I think he's gonna try to stop that back, which he was able to, utilizing that the little field that he can just transfer over to somebody else. Now it's just he's just stalling. Like he can't if you can stop Perfy from backing for the most part, keep Marbra there. 4 members on the Baron. Like how do you he just got to stop Marbra if he can.
This is a really scary Baron though. Baron does a lot of damage now.
Yeah,
Falco. They did buff Baron's damage by a lot, so he does.
And I know that. And then that debuff on top of that too. You don't want to be just sitting here taking a lot of damage, especially if you're the engage like Worthy Dust is here. You don't want to run that risk of potentially going down. And now you lost all the tank and CC that you possibly could have aside from Spoobert. But Spoobert is right now he backed, but before he was just kind of doing his own thing in that bot lane.
Yeah.
Build Hull Breaker into never winning on sides. GG frauds.
It doesn't do that anymore, really. It's only really good for it's an on hit thing or something, and good for hitting turrets still, but doesn't give you it's not the insane stat sick it used to be.
I'm saying this is I feel bad because it's like the itemization, this is one of those, it's like you might potentially lose the shopkeeper again.
Okay, we're getting sneaky.
Oh, hold on. Malzahar doesn't know there's a bunch of members there. But he does end up getting the silence. Manages to land. Jeffrey Crazy getting taken down a lot of damage. They go ahead. Duck Butter Toast still able to keep going. Able to take him out first for that first kill. We do have the TP coming in from Spoobert. The Udyr's going to be here. They end up taking out the Viego. But it's still a lot of damage coming up from Boosted Sandwich and Spoobert. They're going to go ahead and try to tackle down. Double kill coming out from the Malzahar. Now Perfy, the only member left for HYG. HYG getting taken out in this fight. 4 members to 1 or 5 members completely aced to only Boomstick being taken out on the side of Stoner Nation. Stoner Nation, very well done for that fight. They could have easily been caught out by the Death Brush, and instead they're now going to be taking the Baron.
Yeah, I think Perfy's TP was a little too late there, unfortunately. Spoobert ended up getting there like a few seconds earlier, and I think that was the big difference there. Spoobert the hero, indeed. Coming down from the heavens to save his team.
Honestly, there was multiple times where Spoobert, even in the last game, was I personally thought was the shining star, where he was showing constant glimpses of this team potentially could take this game too if they allow it. And instead, they wait for Viego to be up and running. So now he has Baron buff on him as well. Extra gold also into his pocket. But then 2, now they're ready for the Drake. They can just immediately converge onto them. Spoobert here, able to go ahead and keep them off. Azir might drop a rank after this game. Oh boy. And right now, Jeffrey Crazy might be end up dropping a rank in this game. Was getting so far ahead, but the Volibear also being taken out, and now the Soul going over to the side of Stoner Nation. Marbra being caught out by Spoobert. This Udyr, absolutely insane, doing so much damage.
Yeah, I think Perfy might get caught.
Oh, Perfy caught out, hooked, line, sinker, getting the big old punch, a lot of true damage onto CLG Worthy Dust, but that's not gonna mean anything. Perfy gets taken out by the fourth shot from the curtain call of the Jhin, and now Boomstick getting a lot of damage onto him, taken out by HYG Bonkers. But how much is that gonna matter? Mid lane is being just absolutely demolished in by the Space AIDS invasion himself, the Malzahar, as they're going to look, and it's looking like this is gonna be the inhib now dropped, and just the conversion right over the top lane. The macro looking pretty good here. They just know where or not macro overall, but the rotations are looking pretty good as they start to get these waves pushed in, and they're starting to pressure HYG even more.
Yeah, good reset here. Things are looking not great for HYG. The gold lead has bloomed to almost 6K.
I love it. God, Boomy is so handsome. Dude, I love the fans out here in the chat right now. We got Boomstick fans. We have
Pleb number one simp. What are we saying?
and then Hailstorm out here. True.
It is crazy how much of a difference the items make on Malzahar. He's doing the damage now.
See what happens when you itemize correctly?
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you don't have Ludens on a Malzahar, you know?
Yeah, even the Jin, fairly large here. 3 items has caught up to the Lucian completely.
But we just don't talk enough about this Udyr, who just for some reason is just casually drawing 4 members to the bot side. Gonna go ahead and have TJ on him. Uses the shield double proc to eat the whole culling like it was nothing. Jeez, this is absolutely insane. As the top lane is now being pushed in, they only have 1 member who can draw him in. HYG Marbra gonna activate the Rel ultimate to try to go ahead and keep Spoober tagged in. Gonna be stunning him up, utilizing the shields. They really can't kill him. They're going ahead and continuing the fight. Perfy now going ahead trying to extend the fight up in the top side. Suplex going into the back line, but Boomstick gonna end up taking Perfy's life and gonna end up taking his soul too as he converts into the set. They're now pushing in even more. Red team turret has been destroyed, but Spoober in the 1v2 not giving 2 at all as he wants to take the solo dolo for himself. Going in, gets the solo on the Marbra as the rest of his team is pushing in the top side in that lane. 2 inhibs down, and the turrets is next as we have the TP coming in from Spoobert going ahead. That's gonna be Jeffrey Crazy able to take out Worthy Dust, but Spoobert now going in onto Bonkers, and more members gonna be dropping as they try to run away. Bonkers going ahead. No, I mean not Bonkers. TJ getting taken out as well as Jeffrey Crazy. Stoner Nation looking absolutely insane as some people about to be rich and others about to be broke as HYG is now not proving the fraud allegations wrong and instead giving Stoner Nation an absolute banger of a game, winning in 30 minutes in a banger of a series.
Yeah, what a banger of a game. That does lock Stoner Nation for playoffs, so congratulations to them. We'll be seeing them in playoffs. HYG also not the last time we're going to be seeing them. Yeah, what a crazy game.
What a series.
A lot of kills in it's a lot of kills. Oh, didn't hit 2 kills a minute though.
It's unfortunate we couldn't never put these frauds on my screen again. Jeez. Oh man, dude, that's insanity. I'm sorry, like those games, absolute banger from through and through. Stoner Nation, they turned up. They turned up big time.
Yeah, Spoobert going 1v9 mode on the Udyr for sure.
Oh, dude, no, he was that was an absolutely insane
Bit of a monster.
Boosted MVP. That's my go. Honestly, like that was probably the overall over all 3 games, Boomstick was probably like the most consistent, but Spoobert was definitely gets a vote for MVP in my book. At least deserving of a vote for MVP in my book. So you guys make sure you get your MVP votes. And who do you guys believe was the real winner here for the MVP between Stoner Nation and HYG? As Stoner Nation also secures themselves a spot within the playoffs after this win. Congratulations to you guys.
Spoobert or nothing.
Spoobert or nothing. I you know what? I'm like seeing I love seeing the Spoobert fans. I love seeing the Boomstick. Come on, like let's get these votes in. Oh, look at that. Actually 10 people voting. There we go. 2 votes for Spoobert, 4, and it's tied between Boomstick and Boosted. So come on, guys. We gotta get a little bit more votes in here. Come on. There we go. We got 11 votes in now. Let's finally built Mal's right. Let's go, Boosted. I mean, now we have a 4-way tie for the MVP. Like, we actually have a 50% engagement on these MVP votes right now. So that's actually kind of crazy. And it's a 3-way tie between top, mid, and jungle. So we might have to have we might potentially be having a 3-way MVP interview right here, right now, guys. Like, come on, let's get another vote in there. I'm seeing boosted. I'm seeing boosted here, guys. Oh, Worthy does. His own support is saying boosted is MVP. Okay. You guys probably got about another 30 seconds to get those votes in here. I mean, let's 3-way interview. Listen, if it's a 3-way tie, we got it. Did someone just copy the vintage? Oh my god. I remember seeing that for that number one vintage fan who copied that all the time. So like the fact that that's like a running joke in the chat, that's great. That's a nice mod. That's great. Boosted sandwich represents the sandwiches. Boomy boomy. I love this. This is great. All right, so it looks like we have a 3-way tie between Spoobert, Boomstick, and Boosted. So I'm gonna say that all 3 of them can just jump up if they want to. Or whoever wants to be interviewed. You guys all have a choice. We're not gonna force you.
The copy
But
pasta.
the copy pasta, I'm guessing the copy pasta is saying boosted. But boosted is saying boomy. So uh, it looks like boosted is opting for boomstick to be grabbed. So I believe no choice, drag them all up. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's drag them all. Drag them all. Hailstrom, you're able to do that too. You could drag them all. You could just force them all into the production chat.
Oh no.
Oh, he just got dragged in here.
This is our domain. You come. where you want.
Hey,
You have all been summoned.
ah no.
That's
Darn.
why you answered the DM.
I was
the
about to
admin.
cover my room in
Oh, no.
champagne.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
We're breaking
didn't
up the
sign up for
champagne already.
this.
I guess you guys did qualify playoffs.
True.
So
This was our playoffs already. Playoffs already started for us.
This
It started last week. We had to win the last 2 to get in.
You guys have basically had your back to the wall for the last couple of weeks. It seems. So now that knowing that you guys have made playoffs, how does that feel? It's like a breath of fresh air. Weight lifted off your shoulders. You guys have officially clinched that. So again, just basically tell us, how does it feel?
Job not done. Not done.
Let's go.
He's hitting me with the Kobe. He's hitting me with the
Hit him with the Kobe, baby. Job
yeah.
not done.
Job not done. Job not finished. Let's go. That's what I want to hear. Stoner Nation saying we're
That's what
trying
you
to
like
take
to
it
hear.
all the way.
I just want to shout out Kid Boo real quick. It is you. It is you, Kid Boo.
No, it was a great
really
series, great games. I'm happy the boys did great.
Yeah, you guys really put everything
It is,
together. Obviously,
fair,
the
balanced
the
champion.
ASOL was a bit of a problem, but we fixed that with the
ASOL's
ban
always
phase.
ASOL's always a problem.
A small issue, but yeah, the singularity was large.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
The ASO was bugging out my siren cues.
Honestly, like, so
Yeah,
for that.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say for any point, like during that second game, actually, that's what I wanted to ask. Was it just primarily the ASOL that was the actual problem? And once you guys got rid of that, you didn't feel worried anymore for Game 3, or was there more factors to it that like kind of contributed to the Game 3 victory?
Yeah, I mean it's just like that second game comp was a little low damage. Kind of put a lot on the Jinx to do a lot of the damage.
Behind.
Yeah, and then Jinx behind is just we don't really do damage. Like the Scion does a lot of damage, but there's no. We're not getting resets for Jinx. He's getting forced out of the fight by Rek'Sai Rumble, so it's.
I didn't bring Ghost. I'm getting kited.
Yeah. That equalizer into the Rek'Sai letting was really tough for
Yes.
them, for your backline in general.
Yeah,
They were
don't
just
really
dead
let
for free
Jinx play the
in
game.
a lot of the
so.
fights.
But I hit 400 AD.
But
That was
you
big.
guys did great. It was still a pretty close game. We were really made an effort on the side to make the game as close as possible, but unfortunately the ASOL was a little too much, I think.
There you go. Yeah, once we banned the ASO, it looked fine for us.
Yeah, might be one of the first games I got Infernal Soul and lost the game. I felt bad.
Yeah, feels good, man.
Feels great. Feels great.
Literally clean sweeps Drakes and just ends up getting just taken out for the rest of the game. But I'm glad to see that you guys didn't have like your mental or like your playing ability affected by the second game loss. It just seems like you guys just were like, you know what, we already won game 1, can go right into game 2 and just finish this up without any issues. So now that you guys are going into playoffs, what are you guys? Do you guys have a particular team you're very excited to be going up against? Are you guys looking to take anyone particularly down? Because now people might be looking up a little bit more up on you guys now that you've been able to take down HYG.
Yeah, I mean it's just whoever we face. I'm not looking forward to anybody. I'm not singling anybody out. It's just whoever's in front of us, we just got to beat them.
Ready,
Yep.
so I love to
Facts.
see it.
This
These
is a
guys
nice
playing
2
that
weeks
dark
break.
horse spot.
A nice 2 week break, so play with
Yeah,
some stuff. See if we
get
can
to-
cook something up.
That's like get to figure out the new items and all these changes.
Yeah.
I do
If
think
Boosted's
it's
ganking my lane, by the way, you're
based on
probably
what's
getting a
happened
free
tonight,
kill.
I
I'm
think
just
our
saying.
game's actually tomorrow matter a
Facts.
lot.
Facts.
I mean, Boomy. If Boomy's
The
ganking
games
my
between
lane, you're
Inter
probably
Main
getting
there
a
and,
free kill.
I like seeing.
I will
seeing
run
those
it
To be
down
honest,
top.
I think those games are going to be really important
Bro.
because decides a lot of matchups. I think.
I swear, our top lane
Our
gank
top jungle
success
synergy
rate,
is
our
insane.
success rate for ganking top is like 30%. It does not go well.
But what it does, it worked out pretty well for you guys. And Boomstick, I really like seeing you on that Skarner because those weird ass gank angles that you were just able to it was literally like you just came out the wall and next thing is like surprise and like what the hell is going on? So it was just, that Skarner play was really really cool to see from you.
Yeah,
and
I was inting my boy Spoop a little bit game 1 because every time I would ult him, I would pull him out of his queue,
Dude, he
and then
pulled
they would just
my-
come
my
out of the ult and kill
Helios.
him. So yeah, we had to work on the anti synergy a little bit.
I mean, game one,
or just not pick Skarner. Smile.
True.
nah,
No,
you just
that
no
shit's
work on
OP.
that. That Skarner worked out great. That might actually be a pretty good one for you guys to keep around. I was a fan of it, at least personally. So I
I
would
mean,
definitely say
usually it's perma banned against us because it's a pretty good flex between me and Spoobert. Just because he can play at top, I can play at jungle.
Yeah.
So you guys now know he was just revealing the secret sauce. So you're probably gonna.
I mean,
get
I don't
Skarner
think
banning
it's
today.
secret at all. I think everybody
Listen,
knows.
there's no secret. I played in
True.
ranked.
Sure, this
It's-
man already has
it's
23
straight
games
there.
of rank. This man has 23 games of rank this week already. He's crazy.
There's
will
no
tell
secret
you-
about the
I will
Udyr
tell
either.
you,
That's my number one champ right now.
I
My
seriously
carry
think
has
Boosted-
already over 30. Has many games.
That's wild.
I was gonna
I
say I
haven't
think
checked
Scoobert
them.
has more games in rank this week than I have in a full year. So that's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah,
you
that
guys,
was
you guys are really
yesterday.
grinding.
I haven't even checked.
My
but
my coach on my team for Titan is very mean, and I have to play a lot of ring games.
All right, well, at least you know we're not mean here at Valhalla, and instead we welcome you with some open arms. As you guys see, that the chat was very supportive of you guys. Stoner Nation, you guys were able to put some serious fraud allegations onto our very own boy band, and now people are going to be looking a little bit more down on HYG after you guys were able to take them down. Whether it was them just trying to have fun or they were actually being really serious about it, either way, you guys took them down, and
Nah,
it really does. It means something.
If you look down on HYG, TJ is going to give it to you. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
that's for damn sure.
That man's not
Don't
to be messed with.
underestimate them.
That's my goat.
That is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Again, I think HYG just doesn't want me casting their games anymore. I don't think I've ever casted an HYG win yet. It might be time for me to stop casting them. Just no more caster cursing. But aside from that, you guys, awesome job tonight. I really am excited to see where you guys go from here. Enjoy the 2-week break. You guys have definitely earned it in that hard as hell game to play. Aside from that, once again, triple MVPs here. Good job to Stoner Nation, and good job to the production from us
Thank
here.
you.
I'm glad that you guys were able to join us for the MVP interviews. Is there any shout outs or anything you guys want to finally say before we get ready to close out?
Shout out to our supporters. We'll keep them dubs.
What the fuck?
Have a great night.
What the fuck?
Boost is just saying random stuff.
Please can't boost it.
Bro, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
the
Cam
channel-
boosted. Cam boosted.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you,
boosted
MVPs.
already high as fuck. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you, our MVPs.
Thank you
So
guys.
stay tuned for tomorrow. There's still INT versus Los Tomatas. Insert name there versus Los Tomatas will be on tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. We do have an off week coming up this next weekend. That being said, there are now 2 tournaments that are being played, so make sure to apply if you're interested. On Saturday, there's going to be a TFT tournament, and on Sunday, there's going to be an arena tournament. I don't know if those are all the seats are taken or not, but feel free to, when you in our Discord, check out our events and contact the people running those events for us. So again, next week is supposed to be an off week for us, right before playoffs. So 2 weeks from now, we'll start having playoffs. But if a team's decide that they want to get spicy and schedule early, we will keep you apprised. And I believe we're going to be doing a playoffs preview with a seer still coming out this next week, wrapping up what's all the action happening this week and what to expect going forward in the playoffs. Any final thoughts from you, gentlemen?
One last thing for just a quick announcement. So hopefully if anything, maybe we can start to get these things a little bit more casted more often as we start to spread that out. I just want to kind of throw that out there in the air. We really want to just say, guys, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for the subs tonight. Thank you for the people who followed. With these tournaments coming up, definitely invite your friends to also watch the stream. If you got other league players, invite them to the league. Make sure that they're joining us, following us, subbing to us, guaranteeing their 30 days of love here with Valhalla Esports. We really do appreciate everybody who shows out for us here. I'm sure the players really do appreciate having some fans behind them. So this is absolutely insane, and these games were absolute bangers.
Giga bangers indeed. All right.
If there's nothing else, guys, I think we are done here. I am Melko. We were joined here by Mont Blanc and Blitzkrieg on the production once again. Thank you, fellas, so much. Could not have done this without you guys. And with that much said, I think we are good to go. And peace out.